nigga, you gon' take his pain. He's big and black, he will take your candy. That nigga's name is Big Dick Randy. Hey, big dick Randy, he take booty, not just candy. He dress up like he a granny, then he be waiting for niggas to walk off alone. He make sure they ain't near no home. He sneak up and he let out a moan. He rip off your booty and then he is gone. I remember one day, it was like 2012. It was Big Randy, I could just tell. He took my booty and I couldn't yell. I got to the house, mama said, where is your ass? And where is your candy? And I said, mama, it was Big Dick Randy. He came out of nowhere, on God he appeared, and then he ran off on my rear. He took my whole booty and all of my candy, but you should be lucky that I'm even here. Randy's the real deal, he usually finished the kill. I guess I got lucky, I don't know how I made it out of there alive before that big nigga could fuck me. Randy, he is the one. Hide your daughters and hide your sons. Randy, he is the one. Hide your daughters and hide your sons. No, get away from me! Hey, if he gets you, you cannot escape. So just be ready, cause that booty's gonna get raped. Randy's taking everybody, he ain't scared of nothing. It's Halloween, so he'll turn that booty to his pumpkin. He dresses up as a granny, it's a disguise. Then he walks up on you and looks you dead in your eyes. The niggas just be like, hey, what's up, how was your night? Then he catch him off guard when he start fucking they butt with his pipe. He do it so good, he do it so right. He taking the booties on Halloween night. And if your can't is tight, he's gonna take it alright. So don't even put up a fight. On Halloween, there will be a nigga, you gon' take his pain. He's big and black, he will take your candy. That nigga's name is Big Dick Randy. He's big and black, he will take your candy. That nigga's name is Big Dick Randy. Randy, he is the one. Hide your daughters and hide your sons. Randy, he is the one. Hide your daughters and hide your sons. Hide your daughters and hide your sons. Hide your daughters and hide your sons.
Then these people took my food from me, from my fridge they took it out. I got so much hunger in me, got no way to quench it out. Think I want some Mickey D's, I love eating mac and cheese. Yes, I am so hungry, I would love to eat an Arby's. Shit that I'm eating, they say it's not healthy, I say it's delicious. How people can see me in public, I'm eating something nutritious. With all of my money and fame, I think I'll buy a kitchen. With all of my money and fame, I think I'll get me something yummy. Fellas see my fridge, and they know I have no money. So I went to McDonald's, yeah, bitch, I'm so hungry. Bro, let's have dinner. Bro, let's have dinner. They don't understand the things I eat for dinner. Bro, let's have dinner. They don't understand the things I eat for dinner. All my friends are hungry, bro, let's have dinner. They don't understand the things I eat for dinner. All my friends are hungry, bro, let's have dinner. Bro, let's have dinner. Bro, let's have dinner. They don't understand the things I eat for dinner. All my friends are hungry, bro, let's have dinner.
Hello, hi. Hello, everybody. Let's have dinner. Bro, let's have dinner. Hi, Captain C. Hi, Fox. Hi, Gamma. Gamma, what's the Undertale allegations? What's the Undertale allegations? Where's that at? You know where that is? Where I can find something of that, you know where I can find that? Let's see. Is it like on Twitter somewhere? My bad, I just accidentally turned my mic off. I accidentally turned my mic off. It's 260 pages? What the hell happened, Marcus? Did you watch the Chud clip I sent? Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah,
Dude, at this rate, Dicker's channel is going to be a central point for people topping themselves. How many people now have threatened to kill themselves on fucking Dicker's channel?
leave and come back.
He's going to have a bigger body count than Kiwi Farms.
Now,
Damn.
I've seen that isn't
Dickers must be
possible.
Dickers is brutal, man. Dickers is saying some fucked up shit, man. Dickers is probably saying some fucked up shit, man. He's ruining people's lives. What is this?
What do you want, man?
I want you, naked, in my lap, right now.
Okay, I'll talk to you later. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? What the fuck? What do you want, man?
Oh, that's a little freaky. Okay. I want you in my lap naked. Naked? Naked and oh, what is this? Oh, it's not available. Oh. Okay. Oh. Interesting. Did you see my drawing? That's a really cool drawing, Astro John. It's you. It's me, it says. It says it's me. It's you. It's you. Hi, John, by the way. Get out, dude, elements. I'm actually going to lose my mind. Hi, Nox. Hi, Nox. Hi, Cryptid. Marcus, did you... why did I already read that. Why did I read it again? Okay. Hold on. Let me just, like, look at this really quick. So, sexual assault, sexual harassment, grooming, abusive. While in the community, Shay has committed reprehensible acts, including grooming multiple fans and assaulting their now ex-partner. They're active danger to the community. Please read. This isn't that many pages. This isn't that many pages. This is just one page. What is this? What is this? Let me read this. Let me read this. Preface. We, a collective group of Shay's victims and former friends, accuse Shay of actions including but not limited to sexual assault, sexual harassment, grooming, orbiting fans until they're of legal age, sexual coercion, and abuse. We are releasing this document because we feel that Shay's actions pose a present and extreme safety risk to the community such that people need to be aware to protect themselves. Who the fuck is Shay? Who the fuck is Shay? I don't know who Shay is. I don't know who is this an Undertale creator? Is that why it's Undertale drama? Shay themselves has already admitted to the actions detailed in the testimonies from Anonymous number 1, Azareth, Anonymous 3, and Willie J. To the victims themselves in private, the document contains testimonies of events that have taken place as recently as past week and traumatic events that the victims are processing for the first time. While we recognize the importance of timelines and have done our best to compile this document quickly, we have chosen to prioritize the safety of the victims such that they can process what was done to them without the needless cruelty of forcing them to tell their stories to us, let alone to the public. Before they were ready, frankly, even just the sheer amount of corroborating accounts that were shared with us just over the past few days made it impossible to release a statement that would be and remain sufficiently comprehensive any sooner. We hope you can understand that no amount of pressure to make a statement was going to force us to jeopardize the well-being of the victims, and that anything but the full truth would be unfairly reductive to those of us who wish to have our stories heard. Hi, Mira. Haro. That's just the Undertale creator. Hi, Ben. So the Undertale creator is like, it's always Undertale, Friday Night Funkin', Roblox, or Minecraft. Hi, Sliggins. So the Undertale creator is like evil. Jesus Christ, dude. God damn it. Every big game, every game, they always gotta have some fucking evil fuck. They have to have some evil fuck who's just gonna, who wants to rape. What's with this? What is with this? What's with people these people, they make like gay game, right? They make game that gay people like, and then they just want to rape them. They see the fan base and they're just like, God, you look so rapeable. You look like you could be raped. You look like you should be raped. Like that. That's what I'm thinking. See, that's what I'm thinking, because it happens every fucking time. Unless this isn't... Maybe that's why he made the game. To get to kids. We're not professional PR firm. We are a group of people who have been deeply hurt, taken advantage of, abused, and betrayed. We are people with private lives that now have to contend with sharing our negative... It's just that big communities with lots of kids will have predators in them. Yeah, but is Shay... So, okay, I want to make this very abundantly clear. Let me look up who the creator of Undertale. Creator of Undertale. Toby Fox. Toby Fox. Does he go by Shay, or is Shay a different person that works for them? I'm pretty sure it's somebody who's worked for them. I don't think it's like the actual creator of Undertale. Shay, okay, Shay is just a YouTuber. That's what I thought. I didn't think... I was gonna say, Toby Fox doesn't sound like... Let's see, Shay. It's this little fucker. Let's look at this. Let's look at his content. Let's take a good look.
Everybody has something in their life.
Okay. So it's not the creator, thank God. Thank God it's not the creator. But still, every time we...
So, my new favorite Deltarune
What did I
boss
just
arrived-
what did I just see in that preview? What did I just see in that preview? Oh God. Okay.
support you through it. That's where the sponsor of today's
Okay.
video, FlexiSpot, comes in. A lot of people do not pay nearly enough attention to the chair they sit in, and for people like us, we spend a lot of time sitting down at our desk playing games or working from home. I'm 26 years old, which means I'm basically ancient and need to be
26.
carbon dated, and taking care of your back is seriously important. A lot of dinky office chairs or low-budget bucket seat gaming chairs are really damaging to your back over a long period of time. But the
I'm scared.
FlexiSpot C7 is a
Oh, okay. Yep, 26-year-old femboy. Not surprised. It just... God damn it, dude. I don't want to...
as when you inevitably move around or lean back. Speaking of leaning back, the chair reclines to 128 degrees and even has a footrest so you can kick back when you're binging all of my YouTube videos. The C7 has a 30-day return.
Okay. Nice. All right.
Everybody has
Fix your posture, Marcus. You're slouching. Sorry, man. I'll fix it. I'll sit up right. All right. Yeah, that was evil. Oh, Catboy too. So we have a 26-year-old femboy, Catboy. I don't know what the flag is in the back. I don't know what that means. I don't know the plot for that. I don't know what the plot is for that. Okay, and apparently this guy's raping. Apparently this guy is sit up straight. Shit, dude. Okay, dude. Fuck. So I guess this guy's like evil or something. We are not professional. Okay, I read that. I already read that. We are people with private lives that now have to contend with sharing our negative experiences out to the public because Shay's inappropriate patterns of behavior have continued and worsened far beyond what constitutes drama. We implore you to read this document in full and humbly ask for your patience and empathy as we bare our hearts to you. We ask that you do not attempt to contact nor harass anyone mentioned in this document regarding its contents, and that you do not attempt to identify and or publish information that reflect the identities of the victims that have chosen to remain anonymous. Do not treat this document as an exhaustive list of all those affected. At minimum, we can confirm there are more victims that have spoken to us but have chosen not to tell their story publicly at this time. Please respect their privacy until they wish to share, and show them grace and kindness when they do so. Thank you from all of us for reading. Cool. So I'm assuming... Hello? Oh, my bad. Yeah, it's right here. It's this right here. Let me in quick. I'll give you a TLDR. Okay, so you know about this. So you know the story. Hello.
Did you get rid of the big baby waiting? I don't see it anymore.
Oh, yes. I got rid of that little room.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna
Well,
I'm
Marcus,
gonna work
tell
on
you quick.
making a new
I'll
one.
tell you in the shorthand what exactly this all is. Basically, this fellow Shay seems to have been attempting to form some kind of a harem of about 20 people.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, slow down, Marcus. Not all of them exactly where, ripe for the picking kind of thing.
Mm.
You okay?
Fuck. You mean they were underage?
Some of them.
Oh man. This guy sounds based. Sounds
I was
awesome.
going to say more. Sounds evil.
No,
You're being evil, Marcus.
Well, yeah, but he's like a cute femboy kitty boy thing. So it's fine.
Are you okay?
I just choked on my water. Marcus, I know you're doing drugs behind that dog avatar. Don't lie. I'm not doing drugs. I just choked on my water. Fuck. I'm not a druggie. It's not drugs. I'm not doing drugs. Fuck you.
Yeah, but the document, admittedly, it's very big. I don't think you'll ever get through it. You never even finish all the Parlo stuff. You just
Oh my god, you're so right. You're so right. Well, are we even in are we in anything new? Or are we still in the same, like, that one person that got on Dicker's stream is, like, threatening to kill themselves thing?
Nothing much has really come of that. I don't know where the Parlo thing's at right now. I just know you're, like, super behind on it, but maybe it's too late at night for you to get into it.
I mean, like, what's
Besides,
new? I mean, what's new?
No,
More Cinderella
really-
stories? Are we gonna get more Cinderellas?
probably not. And then again, I think we've all seen all the Parlo stuff up to now anyway. No offense.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I listened to the call that they had, Dickers and what's his face. Was there anything that I missed past that point?
Someone on Parlo's management, like, you know how you can have different people have access to your account for different reasons?
They deleted it. They didn't. They posted like porn, right? Or something?
Yeah, they posted unlisted porn to Parlo's account to get it deleted off of YouTube.
Yeah. And then Parlo like shit his pants. He was like, "Oh, I'm losing everything. I'm gonna kill myself."
Yeah, that's when he went to Dicker's stream and did that whole "you're gonna have blood in your hands" thing.
Oh, he said that to Dickers? He said Dickers is gonna have blood on his hands?
No. He said on Dicker's stream that the people who did this to him, i.e. the ones that took away his channel, are the ones that are gonna have blood on his hands.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you probably shouldn't give somebody access to your account.
I think we
Pretty
can all
bad
agree
idea.
that Parlo is not a very smart person.
No, yeah, I agree. Yeah, he's not a smart person.
But this document you're about to get into, Marcus, is like 260 odd pages. Morale is like attempting to go through it, but he's having a bad time with it.
Is it just too much? Like, is it just so much to cover?
Well, it's accounts from like a dozen different people.
Oh my god, he was doing this with a lot of people. Wow.
Something. I think the number I heard was 20. I don't know if that's the actual number or not, but no, the document contains like accounts from like a lot of different people.
Why does it say I've lost? Oh, these posts are protected. Uh-oh. He's gone into hiding.
Yeah. Apparently he did admit to it somewhere. I don't know where that is, but apparently there's something out there that Shay admitted that everything that he was accused of was true.
I see.
I don't know where that statement is, so I can't find it for you. I don't have Twitter, so I can't get it for you. But I think it's on there somewhere.
Huh.
But yeah, no, that's what Shay looks like. And this guy apparently had 20 people around him that he was like just freaking ravenous for.
He just wanted to, dude, he played Undertale and immediately started gooning. He saw well, to be fair, you see what he looks like, and then you go, oh, like, he's probably trying to find people like him, and then he sees like there's a bunch of people like him, and then he's like, "Ha, dude, I want to rape him."
It's a natural thought process, I would say.
Yeah, just that's normal. That's
It'd
normal.
be
You
weird.
meet community members that are just like you, and then you like immediately want to fuck them and rape them.
Let a man have his hobbies.
Don't say anything crazy. I'm live right now. Proceeds to say the most crazy shit. Who said that? Oh, what? Dickers?
Yeah, a Dickers on Parlo because Parlo called into Dickers when his
Oh, and
channel
Dickers
was
said
deleted.
like,
I'm live, don't say anything crazy. Then Parlo proceeds to say crazy shit.
oh, he did. Oh, dude, I want to see that. Is that in one of his VODs? I want to see the little.
I think Dickers pussied out and cut it out of his VOD.
Why does he do that? He's like evil.
Because Babka tells him to.
Dude, that's okay, but that's like dumb.
Well, it's what Babka says, and Dickers has to do it.
It's not like he's not gonna get in trouble for it. I don't understand. Why is she like telling him not to have it? I don't get it.
Then talk to her about it then. I don't know.
She left. She left the Discord probably because I said like I called her like a bitch or something.
I think she'd be used to that by now.
Well, it's been a while. Maybe she got kind of used to the comfortable like me not saying mean things, and now I'm back to saying mean things again.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like there was something else that happened on Dicker's stream. Someone was trying to say that they weren't getting paid by Parlo properly or something, but they were.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Cormanx. Cormanx was the one.
Okay.
Some handicapped black fellow, I think.
Okay. Okay. Even Jesus. What about that person what was that story with the person that said they were gonna like kill themselves or something? So they had to cut out like the bit. He had to cut out the part.
Oh, the Tanuki Alex person. I actually wanted you to watch that video that she
Okay.
made that I sent you.
Okay,
Because
yeah,
that
I'll
one,
cover that.
well, Alex setting the, I think it's still in the Discord. It's what is it called? Let me find the name of it so I can tell you which one it is.
Tanuki.
It's by, yeah, look for Alex setting the record straight, Parlo's apology, and me trust nobody. Do you see
Somebody
it?
sent it already.
I did. It's in there. No, it's in your Discord. It's in video ideas.
That's what I thought. Where the hell is it?
Yeah, just scroll up a bit.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. This one.
Harlow
Now, like,
says he
she's gone into hiding too, but this video just kind of is a good demonstration of how fucking insane she is.
Okay. So it's not Parlo that's evil, it's this one.
No, but yeah, you'll watch this and you realize, wow, this bitch is fucking crazy.
Okay. Because, like, from my perspective of this drama, it seems to me like Parlo's just like a retard, and so is like IA. They're just two idiots.
See, that's the thing. It's kind of like divulged into two distinct brackets. One account is people going after Parlo for the GoFundMe stuff, which I think is
That's
justifiable.
Fair. Yeah, I think that's
and
fair.
then the second part is saying that Parlo was too graphic when he was releasing his statement.
Like, about their sex?
Yeah, like he went into too much detail about like, did he really need to bring up the Cinderella thing has a fucking name to it? Did we need to know
Well, I mean,
that?
to be fair, he's like, and no offense, Captain C, but I mean, he's like a twink femboy, like he's like gay. What gay guy doesn't like describe their sex in vivid detail? I guess I don't know.
I've literally never done that.
Well, I mean, to be fair, nobody asked you specifically what's your sex life like, you know.
And to be fair, no one asked Parlo either.
I guess that's fair. But like if a gay person were to describe it, they'd go into like detail probably.
Well, no, it's all about reading the room. Like
especially Parlo,
like
man.
Someone, well, yeah, because Parlo doesn't have a comprehension of social cues. Like he talks about body language all the time. Like motherfucker, you don't understand social cues from the sounds of it.
Like for example, like you don't see a straight guy being like, God, I'd love to jam my cock in that pussy. You know what I mean? But like if a gay guy was just like into another gay dude.
Lots of straight guys talk like that, Marcus. That's locker room talk.
Not on stream. Not in like detail. They don't do that on like a stream or something. But if I'll see like gay people in chat and they'll see a guy and they'll be like, oh, I'd want to stick it in him. And I'm like, all right, you didn't have to say that, but
You know what? Speaking of gay guys in chat, I'm pretty sure I saw Butters in Dicker's chat the other day.
really, I haven't seen Butters in a long time.
I could have sworn I saw him in there, but I might have been mistaken. I thought I did.
Oh, Tanuki said, I'm done with drama and leaving the internet. Makes a response video and drops 20 tweets. GG's Tanuki, you dumbass. From what Himpleton told me, the reason they wanted to cut the crying part out was because Tanuki was threatening to end their subscription to life. Well, yeah, that's what I assumed. I assumed it was, Tanuki probably was like telling Dickers, like, I'm gonna kill myself if you don't cut this out. Like, I'm gonna actually like end my life. And so he was just like, okay, I'll take it out.
Morale tossed in the towel on the document.
He's done? He's not going to do it anymore?
He gave up.
How many pages is he in?
I don't know. He took it off the screen. I don't know. But no, here, watch this video by Tanuki Alex. It may actually piss you off because she openly states in it as like a little appetizer for you. She says in it that's a YouTuber like you can't be trusted, but she can be because her real name and face are out there. Yours aren't, so we can't trust you.
That's awesome. That's actually pretty good.
All right, well, I'll dip out and let you get on with the video. It's going to be fun, Marcus.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a good one. Thank you, Captain C.
My pleasure. Bye.
Bye. All right. She didn't say that. Okay, now I'm curious because she said that her name and face is public, so I want to see what she looks like. But I'm very curious.
Parlo says he is uploading an apology about me. I reviewed this apology in full and think.
Was that Gamma? Hold on, what was that?
Parlo says he is uploading an apology about me. I reviewed this apology.
Oh fuck, sorry, no. It's Parlo's stupid cheetah thing, and I keep getting it mixed up because Gamma is cheetah thing. Just did the script and it's 30 minutes. Are you able to do any voice message clearing up the situation? Yep. I have not texted minors accidentally or have a criminal record. Oh, okay.
Apology in full and thinking it's good. I want to be very clear. This is not about a feud. This is not about drama. This is about correcting the record and explaining the parts of the story that people have twisted or have not shown. This is quite literally a case of 1v20.
This is a case of 1v20. I'm going against the world right now. It's me against the fucking universe.
If you've not seen my first video, please watch it. This
is
only
that video
makes
gone?
Sense if you know the
I
full
imagine that
timeline.
video is probably gone.
My name is Alex Ferrugia. I'm from Toronto, Ontario.
She's been on TV shows? This is her? No shot. What has she been on? What was that first one? If you have not seen
my first video, please watch it. This only makes sense if you know the full timeline. My name is...
The Social? What the fuck is The Social? What? What is this? What is this? Who is this person? Why the fuck are they on like TV shows or some shit? What the hell is happening? Who is this individual? Why do they know Parlo? Why are they like involved with Parlo? What the fuck?
It's Alex Ferrugia. I'm from Toronto,
Go
Ontario.
live your life, man.
Some of you better may know me as Tanuki. Some of you know me as a parasocial Twitter user, because that is what Parlo and many of his friends used to reduce me to. But I am not a random account. I am a safety advocate. I am nationally recognized for my work.
I'm nationally recognized for my work. Dangerous Games, Roblox, in the Metaverse Exposed. A TiVo original documentary? I don't think I've ever heard of that in my life. I'm known for my work. Shows a post where there is, unironically, 3 comments. They only have 1 like on each. What the fuck? The advocate for child safety in Roblox. Gamma, you haven't seen this?
And the documentary Dangerous Games, Roblox, and the Metaverse Exposed. I've been on NBC, CTV, The Social, Rolling Stone, and over 17 news outlets. I've been in...
Why the fuck is this person involved with Parlo? You've been on multiple news stations, but you're having some weird feud with Parlo? What the fuck is this? How do you get involved in this? What? This person is so disconnected from Parlo. I guess Roblox. I guess, to be fair, Roblox coverage, they kind of mesh. But I didn't think Parlo was that deep.
Congress and Parliament about digital safety. I've never chosen to become an influencer or do this for profit. I've never made a cent off my work. I don't want any of this, quite frankly. But nobody will stand up for me because I am quite literally the only one of my kind. I'm the only person in this space who doesn't make $20,000 monthly or a...
Okay, I need to read these. What the fuck are they schizoing about? Nobody will stand up for me because I quite literally am the only one who refuses to make profit off of keeping kids safe, who's made a name.
The only one of my kind.
Brother, if there's nothing wrong with, like, being a YouTuber who's, like... I feel like there's literally nothing wrong with being, like, calling out terrible behavior on Roblox and trying to catch, like, evil people in Roblox and doing, like, what's right and maybe, like, calling out the actual company and still making money at the same time. That's just, like, super retarded. You can make your money off your videos and also call it out and be, like, a good person. Just because you make money doing it doesn't make you, like, a bad person. I will never make money. I will never make money. Okay, stay poor, bitch. Whatever, dude. Okay, I don't want to be an influencer. I am transparent of who I am, where I live, what I do. I am not a YouTuber. I do my work outside with brands. I am a safety advocate. W-poor moment.
I'm the only person in this space who doesn't make $20,000
I do my work outside with
Like
brands.
that off safety work. In fact, I make nothing.
I've refused royalties.
I'm the only person in this space who has their full name, where they live, and the work they do accountable in
Why
public
would you
record.
do that?
I'm the only person who has...
I cannot believe that they are flexing that they put, like, their full name and location. Like, just rule of thumb, you shouldn't, like, do that. That's, like, just a bad idea. Listen, if you show your face, it's fine. But, like, if you're showing off your location, now you're just, like, insane. You're just, like, really retarded. Trust nobody who doesn't have their full real name public, faceless, and not accountable. Makes money off of this space, YouTuber. Hides case numbers and the full context of catches. They just dox themselves. They just don't care. They're just like, fuck it, I'll dox my whole location. Because that makes me real. That means I'm a real person. That means I'm real, dude. That means I'm better than all these faceless YouTubers. Remember that she said she makes no money. That will be important. Okay.
verifiable evidence of the
I
person
imagine
who
she
they
does.
are.
There is no way this person doesn't make a single dime off of what they do, because they can't physically do what they do unless they make money. Unless this person's living in some fucking basement somewhere for cheap, for free, with their parents or something. Like, you have to be making money somewhere. Maybe they just work a regular job. I don't know. She just called out Schlepp with this slide.
I want to make this super clear.
Schleep.
If someone's first and last name is not public info and they recognize it, don't trust them. If someone makes profit off the suffering of children, don't trust them. If someone has a large YouTube channel and possibly goes by a faceless persona, also don't trust them. There is nobody you can trust here but people who are forced to take real accountability about their actions.
Okay, if she words this differently, that actually would make a lot of sense. Because I do agree that you shouldn't, like, okay, I'm gonna keep it real. You should not trust commentary YouTubers. But there's a different way you should word that. You should not be, like, just blindly trusting commentary YouTubers with, like, everything. Unless the commentary YouTuber does, like, an immense amount of research and shows off good research. Like, for example, when I cover these, like, dramas and stuff, like, you should not base your opinion solely off of what I'm talking about. And you should not base everything off of what I talk about. if you care to have like a deeper opinion on something, you should look into it yourself. You probably shouldn't just get everything from like a commentary YouTuber. You shouldn't do that unless you're watching a commentary YouTuber who's doing like extensive research and they're looking through everything thoroughly and they're basing everything off of like the research that they're finding, right? Then sure, you can get your opinions off of like a YouTuber maybe because they're showing like actual evidence and stuff. But you probably shouldn't get all your like opinions and shit from like a YouTuber. But I don't think that's what she means. She like unironically means like you can't trust these people. They're all dangerous. Like, brother, I'm sorry, but you know, big chunky Mrao sitting in his gaming chair. I don't even think he has a gaming chair. He probably just has like a normal like swivel chair sitting in his his house isn't like air conditioned. It's broken. He's got like one fan in the room running and he's just sitting there sweating his balls off while he talks about like random fucking shitter dramas. Yeah. I mean, like he's not evil. I don't think he's going to like do anything like immensely evil. He's not like purposely profiting off of like suffering victims. Okay. I don't think that's what he's doing. I think you could trust the fact that he's not like evil.
So no, I am not an anonymous profile in someone's replies.
He's
Let's
not
talk
gonna
about
like
history
harm
because
you.
most people do not know how far back
Alex.
this goes.
Who's this person? Wait, Tanuki Alex, I am not a YouTuber. Okay, now I gotta look this up. Because how do you have 27K if you're not? You have 27K.
It is after 8.
You unironically are a YouTuber. You have made... Oh, okay. Maybe not. At one point you were. At one point you were a YouTuber, then you stopped being a YouTuber. Then you went like full schizo mode. Oh, they were a YouTuber when they were like a fucking kid. Oh, okay. Never mind. I take back what I said. Okay.
I met Parlo almost 5
I already
years
played Dispatch. I played the game. I guess to be fair, I can play it with the community, with the chat. Let them make decisions for me. I guess I could do that.
ago during the Kilogish situation. I was the first person to expose Kilogish because both he and the victim were my friends at that time. This was the
Dish,
first
pretty
Star
much
Program
every
removal.
one of his Funky Friday, Bed Wars, all of them friends defended him. Even his girlfriend. He probably still edits for them. Lol, to be honest, just because Koofy is not here doesn't mean he's still not lurking. The victim wants nothing but to move on, but people still make videos about her. Campfire stories need to stop. Who the fuck are they talking about?
From buying
How was it? I enjoyed Dispatch a lot. Dispatch was a really fun game. I played it with my wife. That's why I didn't play it on stream, because I was playing it with my wife. But I'll be brutally honest. There's a lot of people who don't like it and think it's like a bad game because it's like a movie. And to that I say they're like retarded, because it's a good game. Like it is a really great game. It's got a good story. It's engaging. It's kind of like similar to Telltale, but in a sense that instead of just watching essentially a movie, you're actually engaging with like a little bit of a game in between. So you get to do like the little dispatch missions where you send people out and then you get to level them up and stuff. I thought that was kind of fun. You get that it's kind of like you get a little like gaming break, and then, or you get to game and then you get a little break where you get to watch like the cinematics and whatnot. I enjoyed the game a lot. I thought the story was really good. But I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to playing it again. I'm not like opposed to playing it again. I had fun. I've completed Dispatch. Yeah, I've played the whole thing. But I wouldn't be opposed to playing it again with the community.
Explicit photos from a 15-year-old. That is the environment we were all in. Before that, Parlo was a troll channel, TTS content and rage bait commentary, Lisa gaming style chaos. He had no accountability then.
She's reading off of like a script. She's reading off of like a script and didn't like redo it. She just did it in one bit. She like stumbled on her words, couldn't figure out what she wrote.
And still mostly doesn't, because the entire space still rewards bad behavior. I understand how we got sucked into it. We were in the same ecosystem. Here's the difference. I walked away. Most people did.
I quit YouTube 2 years ago. I am in no position to be an influencer doing safety work for profit. My trauma affects my everyday function. So does Parlo's. Please empathize with us. I was part of the problem. I didn't make money, but I did make people suffer. I made myself too. or wait, made myself, what? Made myself too? I regret it. I wasn't good. I have made every effort to change. What the fuck is this? What is she saying? What the fuck is she saying? What? What the fuck? Beginning of episode 4, is that the one where Invisigal like jumps on top of you and like rapes you? Is that the one where she like does that? Hot.
Did not.
I guess, I don't know.
After the Kaneko Kitten situation, who was my mentor.
Okay, Kaneko Kitten.
I left YouTube
He was my mentor. Okay, Kaneko Kitten was her mentor? That's crazy. No shot. No shot.
Because I saw how fake the creator scene was. People who claimed to support me were covering up actual abuse. So I quit and focused on real safety
It's
work.
a pedophile.
In 2019, when I was still a minor, a documentary company called Fathom Films contacted me. I thought it was fake. My mother thought it was fake. Then trucks full of film crews showed up at our house. They filmed for 4 years straight with no scripts. Over 600 hours meant to be made into a mini-series. This documented the first major predator case in Roblox. None of the predators have been arrested yet. In fact, nobody had even been kidnapped by Roblox yet, major on the news. We worked quietly because going public too early would have ruined everything.
Dude, she's like...
Dangerous game.
Does she have like autism or... I'm not trying to be... Okay, listen. I'm not trying to be like mean. But does she have like some sort of like physical impairment or something? She waddles. She looks like a little person. Like she looks short as shit. She looks like really tiny. And she's got like a scrunched up face. And she like waddles. She like, listen, look at this. Hold on.
They filmed for 4 years straight with no scripts.
Just give
Over
me,
600
just give me a,
hours
br-
meant to
just
be
give
made
me a
into a
second.
mini-series.
Let me show you what I
This
mean.
documented
Hi,
the
dude,
first
Nugget.
major predator case in Roblox. None of the predators have been arrested yet. In fact,
Short and
nobody had even
rotund.
been kidnapped by Roblox yet, major on the news.
But I, like, see, I met short, rotund people, and they're not like waddling around. You know what I mean? Like they're not like waddling, and they don't like look like that. You know?
Worked quietly because going public too early would have ruined everything.
Her arms are like super far out. She's like wide. She's got her arms like all the way out. They're not like closed. They're not like in. They're not in, tucked in. She ain't tucking them in. They're like out.
Dangerous Games released in May of 2025. It was the first documentary that did not push to ban Roblox. It pushed for safeguarding the platform and platforms like it. I went on a national press run across Canada. People finally saw that I was doing real behind-the-scenes work.
Okay, maybe she's not like, maybe it is just, she's kind of rotund, I guess. Broad shoulders, maybe. Because she looks fine here. She looks normal here, I guess. She is short, though. That is a factual statement. The shortness is a true fact. She's definitely really
Not
short.
drama, not clicks, just safety. Now I need to talk about something people consistently weaponize against me. The PM Damien situation. And how I'm a bad person.
Situation?
People keep bringing it up, even though they never...
She's got like epic music in the background too. This is fucking dope as shit. She's playing epic music in the back. Turn the music off, bro. I can't take this shit seriously. Round face but skinny. She got a bit of a belly. She got a bit of a belly on her. But that's okay. She's not like fat as fuck. She's not like Mrau fat. All right, let's be real. She's not like super fat. I think she's just short and like broad shoulders, super broad shoulders. This is worse than the videos I've made. She's like talking about like a serious video. She's like being serious about like Parlo shit while also playing like epic music in the background. I'm like, bro, it's gotta be, you don't need to put like epic music in the background for this. Like, be serious. Belly on day one?
never explain it honestly.
Hi,
My
Aaron.
reaction to that video was not years ago, it was recent. The reason why I reacted strongly is simple. I'm a grooming survivor. Seeing someone treat that topic like light entertainment hit a trauma trigger. That is the truth. I was frustrated because I've lived through the worst parts of that world. And people seeing me do that made me into the biggest villain on earth. Seeing people turn it into monetizable semantic content makes me sick. Was my wording perfect? Absolutely not. Was it malicious? Absolutely not. It comes from real trauma. Not.
How are you? I'm good. I'm good. How are the kids? The cats are doing fine. A little retarded, but it's okay, you know. Taro is very big. He's getting big now. Ginger is not getting any bigger. She's just girl. She's just short and small. My bad. Never mind. We're going in for more. Might be on my channel, I think. You won't like them. Ooh, they might be evil. They might be evil videos. Good God. Let's watch Captain C's videos. I can check it out later. Oh, he doesn't have it on his channel anymore. He doesn't have it on his channel anymore.
From hatred. People take that one reaction and pretend it defines my entire character because they cannot find anything real to attack me on. Here are the facts. I've never groomed anybody. I have never messaged minors inappropriately.
Okay, why are they facts? Facts. Never groomed anyone. Never said N-words. I'm accountable for my mistakes. I have never messaged. Okay, let's see. Let's see which ones. Okay, hold on. Never groomed anyone. Uh-oh, Mrao does not check the box. Never said any N-words. Mrao, oh, yikes. Doesn't check the box. I'm accountable for my mistakes. Ooh, Mrao doesn't check the box. I've never messaged a minor inappropriately. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Mrao does not check this box. I verify ID and keep my private life private. Wait. I verify ID and keep my private life private, but you just talked about you showed your face and your address. You don't keep your private life private, you keep it public. Never once asked for donations. Never once asked for donations. Mrao does not check this box. Mrao does not check this box. Uh-oh. I think I see what she's saying. I think I see what she's saying now. She's talking about, what was the thing? Do not trust these people. He doesn't check any of these boxes. Mrao makes money, dude. Dude, fuck. This is unironically. Mrao asks for donations and I send $1. She clearly shading dickers here. Why am I, if not worse than, the very people who destroyed my life?
Really. I have never taken money from fans or made a cent off this space. I've never fabricated stories.
I don't know what that means. I never made money off of this space. What does that change? I just don't get it. Like, what? So if I make like a couple extra dollars off stream and stuff because I get donations and shit, like I'm just like evil because I'm covering like rape or something. I cover rape and I get someone sends in a nice 20. Thanks for the rape stream. And now I'm evil because I made $20 off of someone's rape. What the hell?
Attempt of trying to have someone against someone. Never have I uploaded for cases.
Dude, the music is louder than you. Oh my God. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Turn the music down.
In the recent era or money. And most of all, I have never caused the harm that actual
Speak
bad
up.
actors in this space cause daily. Me saying I found a video disgusting does not.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't hear her, dude. I get facts wrong sometimes when I'm heated. My wording slips, but one thing I will never do by accident is call someone a pedophile. That is a line I do not cross. Parlo will correct the wording and what I actually meant. I've been angry. I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. I do not like the role I keep getting pushed into. It has damaged me more than people realize, but I refuse to let bad actors win. I shake every day. That's it? That's the statement? I shake every day. Yeah, I like to shake too. Don't worry. I like to shake too. Big shaker over here. If I'm awake in 3 hours, I'll go live, maybe super late night stream. If you do, I'll show up, Gam Gam. It's not hard to shade Dickers. He's like 5'4". Shorty. Dude, he doesn't look 5'4". He looks like he should be taller than that. If he's 5'4", his head is probably too big for his body, man. He's got a big fucking head. Dickers got a large-ass head for such a small body. God damn. I can't open my phone without feeling anxiety because people call me the very thing I have spent 6 years fighting against. What, the N-word? Call you... I'm not going to say... I'm not going to say it. I shouldn't say that. I snap. I panic. I probably will never feel normal or live a normal life again. I spent tens of thousands trying to fix the harm. Is she saying this? She spent tens of thousands trying to fix the harm? What? On what? What is happening? What happened to this individual? Why do... This is not an influencer lane for me. I can't be an influencer when I myself have so much issues these people caused me. I cannot handle it. My reactions show that. I am never in control of them. They happen and I split. I'm so brutally ashamed of it and have beat myself up for it for years. I have been receiving help and continue to receive professional help, and I am dedicated to fixing myself. My shame, paranoia, what these people did to me is so intense. I'm like, okay, she just keeps saying these people, what they did to me. They did these and horrible and terrible things to me. She's yet to say what has been done to her. I don't know what happened to her. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what happened to her. I don't know what happened to you. Why are you so fucked up? Why are you so fucked up in the head? Why do you shake every day? Is this girl in debt? Probably. Who's bankrolling her? I'm not going to say what sort of people. Parlos is similar. It is never in bad faith or to smear anyone. I will always take accountability. Before recording this video, I got physically sick 3 times. I will never be able to live a normal life because of what these fuckers have caused me. She just keeps saying that. Over and over again. It's just like these fucking... these evil fucks. They did these things to me. They did this to me. They fucking... I feel so icky inside. Oh, they fucked me up. They fucked me up, man. Over and over again. Where's the clip? Where's the kip? Where is it? I gotta find a kip. I said kip. I gotta find it.
Did I ever tell you what the definition of insanity is? Insanity is
Fuck
doing
is
the
this
exact same fucking thing over and over again, expecting shit to change. That is crazy. But the first time somebody told me that, I don't know, I thought they were bullshitting me, so boom, I shot him. The thing is...
This is her. This is literally her.
He was right. And then I started seeing it everywhere I looked. Everywhere I looked, all these fucking pricks. Everywhere I looked, doing the exact same fucking thing. Over and over and over and over and over again. Thinking, this time, it's gonna be different. No, please. This
is
time,
her.
It's gonna be different. I'm sorry. I don't like the way you are looking at me. Okay? You have a fucking problem in your head. Do you think I'm bullshitting you? Do you think I'm lying? Fuck you! Okay.
This is her right now. This is her. Okay. Where are we at? I will never be able to live a normal life because of what these fuckers have caused me. I'll always live in constant shame, even though my YouTube channel only had 29k subscribers. I never got fame and made $3,000, but spent $12,000 on the channel as a way to get away from the things I was forced. What are you spending $12,000 on? What? Brother, okay. I have like a whole ass PC that I bought, a mic and a mic arm, 3 monitors, my big desk, my keyboard, that I bought, keyboard and mouse. I don't think any of this adds up to $12,000. What are you spending $12K on? None of these things cost me that much money. I'm so confused. How do you spend $12,000? At most, I think I may have spent like maybe $3,000 total on my setup, maybe? I don't even think it's 3,000, probably more like 2,000. Jesus Christ. I don't know where the other fucking 10,000 went, man, but fuck. Flying out femboys, probably. As a way of getting away from things I was forced to see growing up. But spent $12,000 on the channel as a way to getting away from the things I was forced to see growing up. I did the work when adults couldn't. I've lost much more than I gained. To be fair, you look like you packed on the pounds over the years. I live a difficult life. Nobody chose to show that. Nobody chose to show that I can't fight, and nobody stands up for me. I have been targeted brutally, and so has my family. Being called the very thing that ruined your life, a pedophile or a bad person. Is this person like did this person get called out for like talking to like a minor weirdly or something? Is another level of terrible. Nobody apologizes to me. Nobody thinks of me great. I have hundreds of thousands of people who hate me for no fault of my own, and I'll never be able to fix it. I want my pain to stop. The torment is exhausting. My daily function is affected just like Parlo's, and I know what that looks like. I mean, I know I've been targeting her.
Make me a bad person. It makes me someone who lived through something horrific and reacted from that place.
I'm not even gonna lie. I get why Dickers deleted the part. I kind of get it now. I deadass. If this person contacted me and said I'm gonna kill myself for leaving this in, if I saw this video, I'd believe him. This person is like not okay mentally, unless they're like doing this for like funny haha and they're not actually being serious. Like this is just like them not being serious. This person's like fucking mentally unwell. They have like something is wrong with them, dude. They're literally insane. They're doing the same thing over and over and over again.
The reason why your favorite YouTubers chose to hide this is because they know they aren't me. They know they aren't who I am. They know that every one of them is lying snakes. Every one of them knew the person Parlo was like, and only chose to drop him once they saw how it damaged their public reputation. They would make jokes behind the scenes just like he did. They would moral grandstand and take the cases and twist evidence, so police would never be able to get the full story. Most of them actually never contact police at all and have lied about their stories because the case numbers, all of this isn't public. They've painted the stories as false when the law says different.
Now, whether it is sympathy baiting or not is something else. Well, I mean, to be fair, if it's sympathy baiting, I don't know what it's for, because like I said, I don't know what the fuck happened to this person. Apparently this is like a Parlo video. Was anybody there when she was talking to Dickers? What did she say to Dickers? Like, did she tell Dickers her Parlo's story or something? Like, did she like tell him her story? Had to get out another brap. Sorry, Chad.
And then they say the law is stupid. This is a case of accountability, which everyone and their mom is somehow affected by Parlo, in the same way I was. They weren't. These guys clear more than quadruple my salary doing van work, taking advantage of victims. These guys get to say whatever they want. It's somehow right.
You can't brag about how you don't make money off of content, then simultaneously say, like right after, that these guys are making triple my salary for doing this. So like it feels more like it's a jealousy issue than it is like an actual anything. Like it feels more like a jealousy problem. Like you're not making a lot of money and he is. Cuz at the end of the day, right? Like if you think creators shouldn't be making money off of this, you wouldn't be wording it like that. You wouldn't be wording it like it's like, oh, he's making triple my salary by doing this. Like, no, you would just be like, I think it's scummy that he's making a bunch of money off of this. It seems very much like you're like very jealous that he's making like a pretty decent amount of money covering like the content that I assume you used to cover. You said what salary? You said you make no money. True.
Right, because they have little children following them. For me, this isn't new. Even when it wasn't popular. Even when it wasn't the right thing, I spoke up. They did not. All of a sudden, now they're victims as grown men and women who make profit off children and suffering. And I want this to be clear. Parlo has taken accountability. He genuinely listened. He understood.
Oh, she loves Parlo. Parlo has taken accountability and has tried to. Give him a chance to redeem himself. You don't have to forgive him, but show the very mercy I was never given. Parlo's life is incredibly hard. I know. We were basically different people, granted in different bodies, but same experiences. This is why we bonded before we fell out. He's not a pedophile. What? Was there ever a moment where we thought Parlo was one? Dude, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck this is. I don't know what this is.
Where he went wrong. He linked real safety resources in his new video that I have recommended him. And he finally understood the points that I've tried to been teaching him and many in this space for years. And
some people did, apparently. I thought people called him a pedophile just because he was covering like Roblox content or something. I don't think he ever like, because it had to do with I thought it had to do something with like him contacting somebody and it was like kind of a sketchy thing or whatever. But like, I don't know. I can't remember. He contacts like victims or whatever, I think. And I think it had to do with that, maybe. I don't know. I don't know the full Parlo stuff. I don't know his whole life story. I just know he's like a massive retard. I don't think he's like a pedophile. He's just like gay. Like mega gay. That's about it. You're bouncing really. Do you need the bathroom? Do I? Low-key, I kind of do. I actually do have to piss right now, but I'm going to hold it. I'll do gentle.
I believe that he is redeemable and not a pedophile. He always was. That is why I gave him grace in the first place. But while Parlo grew, other people still try to drag me down. People call me...
Dude. Okay. This is gonna be epic. Bad person? Really? People act like I'm Hitler too. Oh my god. Is this a song? Did she make a song? Okay, let's try to sing this. Bad person? Really? People act like I'm Hitler too, bro. I've taken more than enough accountability. Almost got kicked out of college. Family was called, everything. I have proof of... I can't fucking sing it. There's no rhyme. There's no rhyme. Rhythm. There's no rhythm, rhyme. I don't know how to sing this. I have proof of all this. See here? What have they taken? Bring the doubt. Bring it. They all deserve it. Might be a poem. True. Possibly. New Kanye song. Hi, Pepsi. Don't trust them. And if I ever were to do the same, using victims for profit, saying racist things or text minors and don't verify the age, come after me, please. I'm no exception to the accountability rule. Karma is a bitch. Skeletons can never be hidden. Grown men and women acting like they never knew. No, you did know the person he was like. Maybe not this, but they cut him. Oh, but they cut him off the second it was convenient for them. That's funny. I've witnessed these people in private. They've made the same racist jokes. They've made the same pedo jokes without reading the room. They've probably even made legal mistakes. Ask about their lawsuits. Ask about their lawsuits ongoing and why videos randomly go away. That's funny. This is a bad poem, man. I'm sorry. This is rough. Did this person ever get like an I'm not trying to be a dick. Okay, listen, I'm not trying to be a dick. But did this person ever get like an education? Or something? I'm like dead serious. Like, I really think this person might be like, maybe like impaired. Like, not like some form of like autism or something. They're either like really like messed up in the head or they just have like some like level of like, maybe they have like an issue Marcus extra mean tonight. Bad day at work? No, dude, I'm fine. I'm literally doing great. I don't know what you're talking about. Parlo, go get him, Tiger. Prove him wrong and don't be like them. He just needs a little help to get there. Okay, so this is incident number 2. Non-emergency police called last night for calling my family again. This is the second time people have targeted me when I've asked not to. Incident no maybe, dude, maybe don't like why is your personal information out there? Maybe that's why you're getting like in weird circumstances. Has that ever crossed your mind? That maybe you're having to like call the police because your like personal information is out there and you put it out there publicly? Incident number 1, non-emergency police called because my school was called and they called me a pedo. I almost got ripped out of college. Circa 2024, employers were contacted too, and they showed up to the perpetrator's house and almost served them a warrant. Not emergency police? I assume non-emergency police just means like you don't like I'd imagine like emergency police is like you immediately rush to the location, whereas like non-emergency police is like you're just contacting the police. They probably aren't like in a rush maybe to get to the location, or at least it's just maybe it's just like a phone call you're making to the police and then they contact you. Like the police will contact you through call, probably not through like actually physically going to the location. Checking in or something maybe. Yeah, that's what I assume. I mean, dude, I don't know. Hi, Shinny, by the way. I never said hi. You're supposed to speed rap. Oh, true. My bad. I didn't speed rap the poem. Like I said, I don't get it. Like, you talk about how, like, don't trust these people. They don't show their face in their location. But, like, this is what happens when you show your location. There's kind of a reason why we don't do that.
A bad person, but none of them can name why. I am not like your favorite YouTubers. I do the work they refuse to do. I'm internet enemy, public enemy number 1 because I refuse to let anybody hide the truth. And I do not make money off this. I'm not an influencer. I lose money doing this work every year. It is always 1 versus 20. One person telling the truth versus 20 creators twisting it. None of them tell my full story, so I've had to tell it myself. And let us be real. Your favorite creators are not saints. They have lawsuits.
Yeah, now it's sad background music. Now we got the, like, sob story.
They have defamation cases. They have damaged real victims and real investigations. I have never done anything like that because I know the law and understand how sensitive real cases are. People like to attack me because I am not bending over for the YouTube machine. They call me woke. They call me annoying. They call me dramatic. But not once have
they call me woke. Okay.
Have they shown me anything real. My family has received threats because of what has been told about me.
You post
I have been harassed for years over.
You post your fucking public information. Yeah. Random fucking retards are gonna be like, oh, look at this schizophrenic retard. Let's call the police on her. And best part is it sounds like you live with your parents. So you're putting your fucking parents at risk, not yourself. So this makes it even worse for you because it's not like you're living on your own. It's not like you're doing this to yourself. You're not like asking this to happen to you. You're also living with your parents. So they're contacting your parents who have nothing to do with whatever the fuck you do online, most likely. So you're just putting your family in harm's way for like no reason.
For a narrative that strips away my actual
Venus?
Story.
That'd be
I
so
have trauma
dope.
from what I've lived through. That is not a scandal. That is.
We should send mice, like actual mice, to Venus and see what they could, if they could like do anything. We should like see if they can like do anything, if they can like survive. That'd be interesting.
Reality, and I am done letting people twist that. So here is the truth. My name is Alex Ferrugia. I'm 21. I'm queer and indigenous. I'm a safety advocate with real work behind me.
I'm queer indigenous? What the fuck is that? Does anybody know what that is? I don't... Indigenous, like, Native American? Just, like, gay native? Is that what they are? Let me listen back.
About me. I have been harassed for years over a narrative that strips away my actual story. I have trauma from what I've lived through. That is not a scandal, that is reality, and I am done letting people twist that.
She
So
lives in
here's
a
the
teepee
truth.
like Mrao.
My name is Alex Faruja. I'm 21. I'm queer and indigenous. I'm a safety advocate with real work behind me. Never scammed anybody. Never manipulated kids. I have never used safety for profit. And I have never done what these commentators accuse the others of doing. I tell the truth when it is not profitable. I tell the truth when it costs me viewers. I tell the truth even when it makes me hatred, because I know exactly how it's like to be a child in the space and taken advantage of. Parlo took accountability. I respect that. I believe he can grow. And I would like to believe that this apology is genuine. But I will not let anybody twist who I am or twist who they are because they refuse to learn the actual story. You all will see. This is the truth, and I am not taking it back.
Maybe she's like discovering like the internet for the first time. You know, she's like so used to being cooped up in the TP that she like is discovering what it's like to be like on the internet. She doesn't really like know how to like interact with like the online world, how to like respond to things and how to like address things.
Nathan Troy Adams. I have trauma from Melonhead lying about being a March baby.
I have trauma from Melonhead lying about being a March baby. Thanks for the $5, Janky Johnny, and thank you for sharing your story. I hope you heal, man. I hope you
Let me
heal.
start with the actual issue. Parlo is lying about me, and your favorite YouTubers helped him destroy my life. This is the beginning. Not my childhood, not trauma. These lies. For years, Parlo pushed claims about me that he knew were false.
Okay, so Parlo made content about, I'll come in your tea, triple squirt in your tea. Whoa. Jesus Christ. Thank you for the $5, by the way, Janky Johnny. I won't heal until you fall off. Fuck you. Hold on, Janky Johnny, keep him busy. Talk to the chat, man. I'm gonna go piss. Quadruple squirt is minimum in 2025. Let's see. Can I give you super aids? 1 sec. I'm making my tea. I'll come in your tea. Triple squirt in your tea. And then tongue out emoji winking. So kawaii, dude. That's actually so cute. That's really adorable. I fuck with that. Parlo used this claim of me messaging my IRL girlfriend. I'm 18. She's 21. Planting false predator allegation in his... Okay. And his server believed it straight up with no question. Parlo makes no effort to question information. I am 21 and we go to school together. These messages were him trying to deflect from the fact he spun his audience into indirectly paying for his gay sex expenses. Yo, hey, you know what? That's actually that's not too far off. Yeah, he makes his money so he can have fucking sexcapades with like random scrawny like men. That's true. That is true. That's what he uses it for. But hold on, there was more messages. I need to see the more.
Parlo is lying about me, and your favorite YouTubers helped him destroy my life. This is the beginning. Not my childhood, not trauma. These lies.
Okay, everyone, generally one of the most disgusting people on the entire internet, actively homophobic Twitter influencer Tanuki Alex, who claimed I'm a pick me gay, is actively dodging the fact that she is associating with Uena, who posted NSFW to minors and whose server had illegal material. She is a disgusting stalker who has been harassing me for months now and deserves no platform whatsoever. Homophobic as a lesbian saying I support CP and false NSFW allegations, calling me a harasser when I have no monetized YouTube. What does that matter? You could be a harasser without a monetized YouTube channel. 12.6k YouTube followers, and at the time Parlo had 600k subscribers. So they're trying to use the... Okay, I feel like I need to... Morale, thank you for the raid. She's just mad she don't get money to fly out femboys. Gemma, I think she is a lesbian. Gemma, I think she likes the ladies. I think she's into the ladies. Thank you for the raid, Morale. Thank you. Wait. My favorite joke is I missed all these. I would never be here on my own accord, to be honest. Thank you, Frida Freddy. Frida Ferdy. I hate this girl, bro. She sucks. Dude, she's awesome. What do you mean? I read her poem and everything.
For years, Parlo pushed claims about me that he knew were false.
Oh, okay. Dude, I have DMs of Tanuki saying crazy shit. I love Travis Scott. Why are y'all maligning me over this? They just said I love Travis Scott, dude. What's wrong, man? Fuck. Can't make a statement anymore these days? Dude, a brother can't love Travis Scott nowadays. Whatever,
he exaggerated things he...
I like the I'll come in your tea. Quadruple squirt in that bitch or whatever. That's a good one. That's a good line.
Twisted screenshots and he presented half story.
God, she does it super fast. I have 12.5k followers. My Instagram has 469 followers. You'll do this where your ass with a collective base of 700,000 will go after the smallest person and cry because I called you out. Okay, so she is using the I have a smaller account, so you're just like going after smaller people. Even though if she wants to use like size as an example, in the other video we just watched, she talked about how she's been on like news channels. So like if she's been on like actual public like news channels, wouldn't you like think she has like a much bigger like presence in terms of like actually being on like news channels? So what is using this as? So is she like actually like a freak? 5'1" lesbian. Great news for you. I'm an adult. I'm 21. Finally someone your own size. 5'1" lesbian. Hell yeah, dude. My lazy joke is a Roman walks into a bar. 5 beers, please. We all know this. Morale hates women. Well, I mean, we've all known that, yeah.
And the commentary creators in his orbit backed him because he gave them content. They used my name for views. They used my reputation as a punching bag.
Dude, now I want to like actually figure this person out. And 200 pounds. Snails. Jesus Christ. Travis Scott did mess up that time when a show attendee died on his show. Oh, yeah. Actually, you're right, Toaster. You know what? You're right. Fuck that guy for liking Travis Scott. Fuck you. Who is Tanuki, dude? Let's see. Who's Tanuki?
Before anything else, here is who I am so you understand why this matters. So I add up.
Play Nightcrawler on this cockeyed huzz.
Play Nightcrawler on this cockeyed huzz. She's just got a crazy build. She's not that fat. She's got a like a bit of a strange build. It's not that bad. Come on, you guys could be nicer. Is this Nightcrawler? Is this the song? Is this Nightcrawler? What is this? She looks like a 40-year-old man, but not bald. True. She's got like a dude build. And like all the fat went to her like face. All the fat went into like her double chin. Oh no, yeah, I'll cover the captaincy, don't worry. This video won't be super long. It won't take me long to go over this. Thank you for the $2, by the way, Big Aaron. She's so owned right now, dude. She's getting owned.
Come out at night. We bring our fantasy to life. Point me to the ice. And I don't need
Shinny, why are you always walking around drunk, man?
someone kill the lights. I brought the party favors. Just get pipe. On my right. But I want you and you tonight. Order more bottles. Order more models. Order more hours. Shots on the house. Hotter than the sun. The winter couldn't chill me. Young, free, and wild.
I want to be drunk. We'll go get drunk, Janky. I started drinking non-alcoholic beers. Delicious. Well, yeah, because it's not alcoholic. Alcohol tastes like shit. It's probably just sugar. It's probably just straight sugar. I didn't realize this song was that long. Goddamn. The Indian guy at the store told me to be careful with the pen I got. I should have heeded his warning yesterday. Snails, are you gonna be with us? Are you okay? Are you... Is everything alright? Are you gonna die? Brap. There's a brap for you, Snails, so you can be okay. Sleep easy with that brap. I would drink, but I don't have a car. So what's the point? It sounds so sad. You sound really sad. What's the point? I can't even drive to get it. Hi, Castro. She just got so totally owned. This bitch just got so totally owned. Don't worry, Captain C. We'll play your song. We'll play your song. What is this? But let's cover this first. I'm stoned off that Chinese factory Delta 8. Playing NMS is more fun, though. The Indian guys are the only ones that sell the pens anymore, too. I was like, it's just Delta 8, bruh.
I'm
It's
Alex
just,
Ferrugia.
I don't know what the fucking Delta 8 is.
I'm a Roblox expert, safety advocate, and I am a
Roblox expert. Alex is a boss. Hell
Congress
yeah,
speaker,
dude.
Parliament speaker, and most of all, the main subject of the TVO documentary Dangerous Games.
Gotta love that she has to, like, shout out what she, like, does. Gotta love it, dude. It's fucking epic.
I've been on national TV 17 times for my advocacy work. I'm a guest on
She's got, like, ridiculously tiny hands. Compared to, like, her body size. Is anybody seeing this? Is anybody noticing this? Is anybody seeing this? Those hands, like, when I saw she whipped out the hands, they just look disproportionate from, like, the rest of the body size.
NBC Third Hour, CTV The Social. I'm a community manager and consultant for major Roblox brands like Fresh Cut as my work. I do not make money off YouTube, and I do not have an active YouTube channel. I simply have a Twitter with 13K followers. I teach digital safety in classrooms weekly. I volunteer 20 hours a week about digital safety. I speak at universities where I am right now in Ottawa.
Stop body shaming it. Dude, I'm like, there's nothing wrong with... Dude, I'm not... Okay, you guys gotta understand something, man. There's nothing wrong with what she looks fine. She looks normal. She just got a bit of a different build from other people, man. Like, that's fine. That's normal. I don't know. She cried on stream. Why would she post this? Dude, she's like mentally unwell. She's like insane. I'll be brutally honest. I did say earlier, I see why Dickers got rid of it. Because I dead ass think this bitch is like actually not well mentally. I would not be surprised if she would like actually kill herself over this. Like if she randomly like contacted me and said, get rid of this, I would do it. I'm not about to have somebody kill themselves over like me, like talking about their little baby hands and their like broad shoulders and fat chin. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna, that's not gonna, you know, that's not gonna have, I'm not gonna have that on my hands. That's just that.
About internet safety and governance forums. I pay for my entire advocacy work myself, and I have never once asked for a donation. I've never once run a GoFundMe, and I've never once asked my audience for money. Not once.
Oh, big, huge feet. Oh yeah, I got those. I got big puppies too. Yeah, I got some big feet. Actually, wait. What's the average foot size for a man? Average foot size for men. Fuck! I have the normal size feet. I don't have big feet. I actually don't know what size my feet are because I'm either an 11 or I'm a 10. It depends on the shoe. But I'm pretty sure I'm 11. I'm pretty sure I have a size 11. My foot's like 11 or something. I'm huge feet for a woman of my weight and weight. Of my weight and weight. Oh, so you're big. Yeah, I'm actually like the most normal sized foot person on the planet. I have a normal foot. Yes, huge. 6'4" and wear 13s. 6'4" and only 13s? Damn, little baby feet. I ain't even tall. I look like a clown. It's still amazing to me that not one person has that Dickers VOD. Dude, it probably got, like, Dickers probably went around and told everybody to delete it. Like, he probably got a lot of people to delete it. Which, to be fair, if she, like, deadass is threatening, like, suicide, I'm sure somebody has it, but they're like, I'm not giving it out. I don't want to be, like, responsible. So, like, that's probably why. I'm a 10 in women's? Oh, my God. That's insane. You're like a fucking gremlin. A gross, grotesque gremlin. You're like a freak. Jesus
once.
Christ.
That is my credibility. Now here's the problem. For years, Parlo pushed lies about me. He exaggerated, he fabricated.
Because these disgusting freaks are constantly instigating, just like Tanuki, who has openly lied after promising to leave me alone, has deliberately mischaracterized my payment history and lied calling me a scammer.
And he left out context. And the commentary creators who orbit him knew it. They still amplify.
Stop body shaming your chatters. They pay you. That's part of the job, man. That's part of the job, man. What do you mean? They like that. They like it when I demean them. That's like their whole thing. They like it. I'm gonna go sob now. My bad. My bad.
Him because it made them money. They built an entire narrative around me being the issue. They framed me as loud, dramatic.
Okay, Parlo has made no effort to correct the idea. I am doing this for money, ego, and attention. I myself have Parlo's exact condition and know direct what his circumstances are like. His exact condition? What condition? We both have... There it is, baby! There it is! Thank you for the $1, Big Aaron. We both have BPD. And have talked in private about our how similar our lives are. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's set in stone. I believe it. I 100% believe this person is BPD. I 100% believe it. That's what we pay for Gamma? You pay Gamma to demean you? You want Gamma to demean you? Is it because he's like hot or something? And I'm not? Mark is making all these big claims about his feet size, yet showing no proof. I've actually shown my feet before. That's actually not even true. I have shown my feet before. Let me find it. Let me find it. I have, in fact, done that. I have shown my feet. Let me just see if I can get it. Let's see. Hold on. I'm looking. Hold on. It's coming. Hold on. Hold on. Almost there. Hold on. Fuck, did I never show my feet? I thought I showed my feet before. Oh, I've showed them covered. I've never showed them, like, uncovered. Oh, no, wait. There's videos of, like, my little tootsies out. There's, like, videos of my tootsies out and shit. Waiting. Show feet again now. It's not the only thing coming. See, I have like, pictures of, like, my feet and my legs, right? Like, I have, like, these. I have, like, these, where it's, like, socks on. I don't think I've ever done it without... Oh, well, kind of technically I have. I technically kind of have, but they're not in, like, view. It's mostly, like, my legs. Oh, this is an old picture. This is an old picture from back when I made, like, videos. This is a picture from back when I was, like, making videos and shit. Let's see. Are you showing your leg? Yeah. So I have shown my leg before. Look at the Oshawott, dude. Fuck yeah, dude. Love that Oshawott. It was the same time as now, I think, when I took this picture, because I got the pumpkins up. I got my pumpkins on my desk. When I got the pumpkins out, that means it's like Thanksgiving time. That's what that means. Why are they in prayer pose? What does that mean? Me, wow. You got knobby knees? Yeah, I got some like bulbous. My knees are bulbous. They stick out they stick out a lot. Big ol' kneecaps. Kneecaps be sticking out. That's what my knees be doing. Marcus, please I can only get so hard. All of chat are feet freaks now. Yeah, they're liking it. They're enjoying it. Hey, man, I mean, 6 out of 10? Dude, fuck you. My feet are great. Okay, to be fair, I'm a bit of a hairy guy, I guess. I'm a bit of a hairy guy, to be fair. So, like, I guess I can kind of understand maybe a 6. I can get behind that. Mark really did the prayer emoji, but with his feet. I was trying to connect my toes together. Yeah, I was trying to do the prayer. I was trying to do, like, you know what, like when you put your hands together. I was trying to do that, but with my toes. I couldn't do it. It was hard. Couldn't squeeze them in there. We are past day 1. Where's Tummy? Mrao, did you want to show everybody your gaming setup? Is that what you wanted to show everyone? Did you want to... I sent you my setup. Guys, do you guys like Mrao's setup? Do you guys like it? Do you guys think it's cool? Big wooden desk. God damn, that's a sturdy desk. I actually have the same keyboard, I think. Or no, I don't. I don't have the same keyboard. My bad. I didn't think I had the same keyboard as in, like, color and everything. I thought it was like the same small keyboard, but it's not. Mine's different. W. I like how Rounds gave his help a W. I built the desk myself. Oh damn. That's a sturdy desk. That's a thick one. If I slam on this one, this thing would break. I could karate chop this thing into 2. That's what I could do. This is what Mrao streams on. This is like epic. Oh, you have like is that a speaker at the bottom? Is that a speaker? Dude, that's a speaker. Oh, I wish I had a speaker. The fuck? That'd be nice if I had a speaker. I had the same... Oh my god, wait. What is that PC? I think I had the same PC as you. Or I used to. I don't have that PC anymore, but I'm pretty sure I have the same one. Remember Stormy's setup? Dude, I wish I could find it. Yeah, give a Stormy skeleton setup review. Let me see. Stormy skeleton setup review. Let's see if I can find it. Don't worry, I'll lock in. Just let me show off the setups. Let me show. I haven't shown my full setup. I've never shown my, like, the picture that I oh, it's not here anymore. The picture that I showed is my old setup. I don't have that same setup anymore. I don't have, like, I used to have those black things on the wall because the room would echo, like, super bad. So I couldn't record well. Like, when I was recording videos, it sounded echoey in my videos, and I was like, fuck. So I had to set up those, like, noise things on the wall. I don't need that anymore. Headphones give me migraines, so I use speakers primarily. Oh, okay. I use headphones all the time. Not really. I do have a baby speaker. I have this little baby speaker that I plug in, and it works just fine. Only time I don't use speakers is for streaming or Discord calls. Oh, okay. Is that a Dishonored wallpaper? Yeah, that is a Dishonored wallpaper. It is, in fact... Oh, you already said yes to that.
Attention-seeking and ego-driven. Meanwhile, every platform I have is...
Fuck. Oh, fuck me. Sorry, I was going to read the...
They built an entire narrative around
I let it
being
start.
the issue. They frame me as...
This isn't drama anymore. This is madness. Tanuki got pissed off over Pim Damien Mukang, an animation about Schlepp. She just wants drama to feed herself. People saying Tanuki is chronically online are probably the same people who just constantly defend Parlo like he's a hero or some untouchable figure who can't do any harm whether somebody criticizes him. Just because someone, Parlo, exposes people or is a commentary YouTuber doesn't make them a saint. Just look at what happened with Kaneko Kitten.
Is loud, dramatic, attention-seeking, and ego-driven. Meanwhile,
Hi,
every
Rico.
platform I have is unmonetized except my music on Spotify. Total Twitter earnings.
She has music? Dude, you've made $285. Is this like your job? Do you only make this much? I feel like bad. I feel like actually bad now. This person like makes nothing.
Nathan Soy Adam. Ban Road.
Thank you for the 5. Free to 30. Ban Rao. All right. 5 minutes in timeout, buddy.
Earnings I earned last month was $19. I spent $600 the last weekend on my advocacy work.
Why? On your what? Why Expedia, dude? Why are you like traveling around and doing shit when you're only making $285? What the fuck is this? What is this?
The creators who pushed this narrative made far more than hiding the truth. Now here's the timeline with no fluff.
The entire point of this argument, I am not doing this for money or attention when my work is offline. I have no reason to. Okay, I imagine this person actually works a regular job. I hope this person actually works a normal job and they don't just make money off of just YouTube. I hope they work like a normal job. That's what I'm assuming they do. I have no reason to and will never want to operate a YouTube channel like Parlos for profit.
Nathan Soy Adam.
Resurrect my catboy right now.
Right MROW.
All right. Thank you for the 5. Janky Johnny. Marcus, I'm not joking. I saw proof. What? Fuck it. It's time to leak this Mrao has a fetish for cameras and being watched. What? Marcus, review the rest. Okay. Oh, dude, what is this big ass blanket thing? This thing is dope. It's got like a bear on it and shit. Look at all this, dude. This is dope. These are cool guitars. How many guitars do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that an amp? Is that a box for ammo? Like, oh, there's a fucking dude. There's a 5th guitar hiding, or is that the ukulele? I think he has a ukulele or a banjo or something. He has one of the two. I can't remember. Hiding in there. There's a big old cat in the room. Jeez. Big fatty. Good God. That's my bestie Slay. Marcus, review the rest of my setup. It was an attempt at soundproofing. It did not work. Mrao more indigenous than this chick with that blanket. Yeah, Mrao's really indigenous, dude. The more I see Mrao's like setup, the more I like see his setup, the more I think this guy's like Native American or something. He's so like, he lives like such an indigenous lifestyle. This guy's out in the wilderness, just like, it's so weird. It's so weird. Like, he's like living an indigenous lifestyle as like a white man. It's awesome. Mrao more he told us he is. Oh, Mrao is native?
Nathan Soy
Ask him,
Adam.
he won't deny it. I'm not joking.
He won't deny
Oh, you
I'm
want
not
me to?
joking.
Thank you for the 2, by the way. But you want what? You want me to ask Mrao if he likes being watched on cameras? Like he gets off to it? You want me to ask him if he likes getting off to being watched on camera through like a window? He enjoys it. He never shows the outside of the wigwam. What the fuck is a wigwam? Like the room? I don't have a fetish for cameras. I have a fetish for Polaroid photography. Oh, Mrao jerks off to like Polaroid pictures. He enjoys like a good picture that's like really pretty. The entire point of this argument, I'm not doing this for money or attention when my work is offline. I have no reason to and will never want to operate a YouTube channel like Parlos for profit. Parlo has made tens of thousands, is my age, and has painted numerous people as false pedophiles. Crazy or weird because they call him out. The switch up is crazy. I do not want your subscription, but I want your truth. I am not a bad person. I am not a pedo or like them. And the attention I get doesn't pay my bills. People have made thousands off of me. I've never seen Parlo included. I do not expect compensation. I expect an apology and a correction for the blatant slander of character and the constant hate I've received. My family has got threats. So has myself. The things people Parlo was, they claimed I was. That is what I am asking for from this video. And your favorite YouTubers will never make a video and just say, I was right, you were crazy, and I'm sorry for the damage I've caused. Okay. So I assume Parlo made a video on this person saying, like, they're, like, insane and crazy and they're, like, evil. And now she's saying, she just keeps repeating herself over and over and over again. These people, they've claimed evil things about me. They just keep claiming evil things about me. Mrao, I saw the DMs between you and that girl who you didn't do anything wrong, but you a freak, man. Good job for asking for ID this time. What the fuck? Wigwam is a Native American building. Ah, Mrao is 35% black. Oh, dude, Captain C asked earlier if I wanted to be black. And I guess my answer to that is I'm already black. So, I mean, I guess it doesn't really, I don't really like, sure, I like being black, I guess. I enjoy being black. Like a warm color picture of a nude woman in a nature scene at dawn with a nip and a booty showing. Jesus Christ, Toaster. That is fucking disgusting, man. Why do you have to objectify women like that, man?
1. Parlo makes claims about me. Fabrications and half-truths. 2. Commentary YouTubers post videos about me knowing they lacked context. 3. Their audience follow along without checking facts. 4. I get portrayed as the villain. 5. I stay quiet and keep doing my work offline. 6 years pass. 7. Parlo gets caught misusing GoFundMe money
6
for
years
hookups.
past? Has Parlo really been around for 6 years? That is insane to me. We've been dealing with this guy for 6 years. This guy makes a shitload of money so he can fly out a bunch of femboy freaks so he can fuck them. That's what he makes money for. He makes money so he can go on sexcapades with random gay men. It's fucking awesome. I don't know, man. I'm sorry. Listen, people hate on Parlo all you want, but that's dedication right there. That's awesome. I don't ask for ID. I usually ask for some sort of smoke signal or perhaps a plumber's certificate. Do it right now. Say it with your chest. I can't say the hard R, man. I'm going to get banned. If I say the hard R, I get banned. But now Parlo is the le broke. Yeah, because he pays for so much fucking gay shit.
Patients and a laptop. 8. He live streams
Dude,
explicit
I'm sorry for pausing so much, but I will never understand how people just blow their money, like their YouTube money. Like, they'll just blow it away. Like, these guys are making a lot. Like, a lot of money, right? Like, they're making, like, insane amounts of money. And they just, like, blow it away. I don't know how you blow all that money away. Like, I don't get it. If I made all that type of money, I'd put it in the right place. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really understand how the fuck they blow all that money.
Conversations to minors for 4 hours. 9. His entire condo acts reckless. 10. Finally, people see who Parlo really is. 11. Overnight, the same creators who dragged me and still continue to drag me send apologies. This is why I say they are in on it. They knew what he was like. They protected him anyway. They hid anything that did not benefit them. They were fine with him lying about me as a person as long as the content performed. When I finally spoke publicly and told people not to—
Jesus Christ, dude, more reading. Fuck. I want an apology for the blatant slander that I've been caused. The way I said I was lying, the videos you made painting me as irrational for years because of what I've said. My bad, Chad. I am fucking brapping tonight. Lots of braps, dude. Jesus Christ. The videos you made painting me as irrational for years because of what I've said, because I am passionate, because I am a victim myself. You painted me as crazy when I was right, and it sucks to say. I do not want money. I want an apology for the slander I took and the coddling Parlo received for breaking Section 15. Do not sub to me. I don't care. I don't want your sympathy. I want an apology for the blatant slander and people who think I'm like you. And I want to stop being not believed when I say things. Parlo and his friends are the main people who spread those things. Fake claims like I'm a harasser or a liar. I've had to call police over this with other people who weren't them. Fake claims like I do this for ego and I do nothing for the world. Fake claims like Alex does nothing and systematically calling me an otherwise indirect pedos. Is that it? Yeah, I asked that girl for dental records, if I'm remembering correctly, as well as her food handler's permit. What the fuck? It's because Warhammer is expensive? Okay, that is true. Some people have expensive hobbies. Okay, sorry. I remember what I was gonna ask. Is anybody in chat? Was anybody there for the Dickers call? What did she say in the Dickers call? Like, what did she like specifically say? What did she talk about? Did she like explain what happened to her? I don't even know what memories are, man. Like, was anybody there for that call? Like, what did she like explain what the situation is? Because, dude, she never explains. She never explains what she did or what happened or what she was accused of. She just says like, they just keep saying these horrible things about me. They fucking say these evil things. Can a man not enjoy some tits, dude? What the hell?
To donate to his GoFundMe, everything flipped. Not because people like these YouTubers suddenly grew morals, but because the truth was possible to deny anymore.
It started off with Parlo, then just became me. I'm a victim of harassment and people are calling my family and calling me a pedo. So, okay, so she never joined the call and like explained the her circumstance or how she got to this point. She just came in to be like, I hate Parlo, and then went into like the whole victim thing. Well, I don't think I would ask a woman to see her tits. That doesn't really sound like me. Something about her being a part of the raped club. Okay, so she was... What, she probably cried about how she was, like, raped as a kid or something. Okay. Where is Himpleton? Himpleton could explain, probably.
Parlo misled supporters. He used donation money on personal luxuries, knowing that he had a safety net behind him. He ignored the warnings I gave to him for 4 years. He acted irresponsibly on live streams like Dickers. He embarrassed the
Dickers! She called out Dickers!
LGBTQ plus Roblox creator space, and he consistently refused accountability. Meanwhile, I was paying my own $1,000 IGF trip out of pocket to speak with UN stakeholders in Ottawa the next morning about internet safety. No.
Why? Why? Am I supposed to like feel bad for you because you spent $1,000 to go do some shit that's gonna do nothing? That's making zero change. You went to what, a company building to be like, we need better, what, make it safer or something? What, you protested or whatever? I don't, what? Why would you do that? I can't tell if this woman makes money or not. I imagine she has money. She's in like, dude, she's in a hotel room currently. This is a hotel bed. This is a blank white sheet, white pillow. She is currently in a hotel room. Like, she is staying somewhere. So she's got to make money from something. I don't know what she makes money from, but she's got to make money from something. Unless she just piles up money in a credit card and just never pays it off and has like terrible credit or whatever the fuck they do over in Canada.
Donations, no GoFundMe, no fans paying my bills, just actual work. That contrast speaks for itself. Your favorite creators know they cannot publicly defend him anymore. They also know that they cannot publicly
spend money
defend
to make money. You know what they say? Spend money to make money. But in her case, she's working, aka she's spending money to not make money. She's just spending money to go do something. Like and that's great and all. You can spend your spend your money how you want to spend your money. If you want to go on like trips or whatever and go do shit for like a cause or whatever, that's fine. But I think it's a little silly that you're like bragging about it online, about how like you're not, oh, I don't make YouTube videos talking about internet pedophiles and make money off of it. I'm better than that. I actually make a change. I don't make money like them. I spend my own hard-earned money to go fly out to places to make a difference. Shut the fuck up. You're not making a difference. You're not changing shit.
Without admitting they lied for years. So they apologize behind closed doors and hope nobody remembers.
Well, like Cryptid, did she come in? All I'm asking is, did she explain what happened to her, or no? Did she not explain? Because if she didn't explain what happened to her, I don't really give a shit about the call then. If it's just her whining about the same shit she's whining about here, I'm not gonna learn anything new. I just want to know if, like, she ever explains why she's in this situation or what happened between her and Parlo. I, like, don't get it. I'm assuming Parlo just made a video about her saying she's, like, an evil freak who, like, stalks people and harasses people. I'm pretty sure that's, like, the extent of it.
Members. But I do not let people rewrite history. The truth is simple. Parlo lied about me and destroyed my life. The comments...
Because of what Parlo did, I believe my work was taken less seriously, which has affected my work. But you're not a public figure, so what does that matter? But your big claim is that you're not like an influencer, YouTuber, or public figure, right? Like you're not like some big like, you're not like an influencer on the internet. So who cares if some random YouTuber says like you're evil and their audience doesn't take you seriously? You're not doing this work for them. You're doing it for like change, right? So what? But do not discredit my knowledge for me as a person. My knowledge. Okay, she's really smart.
Backed him for profit and he got caught. They switched sides in 24 hours. And I'm still standing because my credibility comes from work, not online theatrics. My name is Alex Farouja. I do real safety work. I speak in real institutions. I work with real brands. I teach real kids and I consult real developers.
I really hope you don't. I really, really hope this is not a real thing that you do. I pray that your job is not to go around like schools to talk about like safety, online safety. Because this is the last person I'd want to be teaching kids about this shit. You're like extremely retarded. You post like your full name. You say your full name. You post your full name. And then you post your location. So now your family, your parents are getting death threats. So you're putting your parents at risk of like actual threats. You're like a fucking retard. You know nothing about safety. And apparently the people who keep their identities like secured and safe and not show off like their face or anything, we're like evil. We're like evil. You're supposed to give off your identity. The pink glittery Cinderella dildo guy got this man body female all up in her feels. What is happening? She looks like my manager's baby mama. What the fuck is...
And I show up in real rooms where decisions get made. And I'm not letting anybody twist whatever happened again.
Dude, she must be going through like an episode. I don't believe her. I like don't believe her. I do not believe her for a second that she actually does this shit. I don't believe her for a second. She just constantly says, I'll never make money off the work I do. Okay. Is this that same post that she made? Dude, I always want to help kids. Okay, that's awesome. It's awesome. She always wants to help kids. Dude, I don't... She's like... Okay, she said she's BPD, and that's something they have in common. So, I'm assuming she's just going through an episode. Like, she's unironically going through, like, an episode, and she's just schizo rambling while she's going through, like, an episode. Something... Maybe the Parlo stuff, like, triggered something in her mind, and now she's, like, going through, like, a crisis. She's, like, having a problem. She's, like, she can't handle it. And then she's like goes on a schizo rant. This is like so weird. What the fuck? What the fuck? I don't know. Listen, Chad, I don't know. Maybe I'll cover what she's done in the future. Maybe it's still up. Maybe there's more content on it. But I don't know. This is the video I was supposed to cover today. So this is about the psychiatrist lady who fell for the lady who fell for her psychiatrist and is like, she essentially is like an insane person who has like a deep connection with her AIs. And I guess she's back. There's an update on her life because I don't know what's been happening with her. But now we're gonna get some more information. She's been beefing with Parlo for like 4 years. Oh.
So you guys might recall that not super long ago, it was just this summer, I covered a situation online, if you will, about a woman named Kendra and her supposed relationship with her.
Yes, the AI is called Henry. She's like best friends with her AI Henry. And I think I made like a game theory. I made a bit of a theory. She claims she has like, claims she's dating guys. I don't think she's dating guys. I think she's dating her AI. I think she's making it up in her head that she's dating her AI, or not AI, sorry, dating a guy, or she like unironically is like dating an AI. Cause I don't think she like is dating anybody. I don't think she like actually has like a significant other. It just, I don't believe it. Her like stories are so unbelievable. They're super unbelievable.
Her psychiatrist. This entire situation was crazy. First of all, let me just say that entire situation was crazy for a number of reasons. If you haven't seen those videos, I'll link them down below because they are very important in order to contextualize and understand what I'm talking about here. So definitely get some snacks if you're going to watch those because they're a ride and they're quite long. Basically, Kendra had this psychiatrist. She claimed that the psychiatrist was basically emotionally manipulating her into falling in love with him, or her wanting to be with him, her seeing him as more than a psychiatrist. Any of those things I think are valid conclusions to come to after watching her content. When I stopped, I believe there were 23 TikToks, 23 parts talking about this, aside from other TikToks that were just answering questions or recaps of live streams that were also talking about the subject. We're talking about, at least in my opinion, easily 30 TikToks. Now I went back to revisit Kendra because she popped up on my For You page. Well, someone discussing a controversy she's in popped up on my For You page. And so I was like, oh, so she's back. So she took a couple months break from talking about the psychiatrist, and now she's back to talking about it. And I don't really know if we needed more parts because now I think we're at 26 or 27 parts. Some of the new content, and I'm not going to delve into that because I don't think it's very interesting, but it's her talking to AI about her situation and recording what the AI says about her situation and how she processed the situation. And funnily enough, wouldn't you know, most of the time AI is siding with her or telling her she did a good job, which I think that's why a lot of people get, I don't want to say addicted to AI, but love the AI response because a lot of...
Yeah, because it like fuels like, it doesn't like, how do I put this? If your AI is like reaffirming how you feel, they like it because it's like, it's telling you what you want to hear, not what like you should hear. I think she like asked the AI like if she's like mentally okay, and the AI was like, yeah, you're great. Or something. You're doing great. Like you're really doing a good job of recovering. And she like, this is after she like fired her, who did she fire? Her therapist. She's not going to anybody, by the way. She's like mentally unwell. She's clearly like not schizophrenic, but maybe like she's definitely got like BPD or something. She's like insane. She needs like an actual therapist. And her therapist tried to get her to stay. And she like went to her like AI about it. She like I think she told her, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I'm pretty sure she told her like AI, or not AI, sorry. She told her therapist that she uses her AI for help instead. And then she just left her therapist. And then shit on her therapist because the therapist didn't feel like she was making like progress, so she wanted her to stay, which I don't think she's making progress like at all. Rao's AI molested him on stream tonight. That's true. You're right. I was going to say, I was like, what are you talking about? No, that's true. Oh, I can't watch it anymore.
Of the times it just gives you validation. And if you don't believe me on that, you can go see a video that I made about a kid named Adam Rain who wanted to kill himself, told ChatGPT. ChatGPT did nothing to stop him, and on the contrary, told him exactly how to kill himself. So
see, Chris came in and told me about that story and said that was wrong. So,
When I say
Molested again?
ChatGPT or any of those will validate you, I think you need to be very careful about what
Yeah,
you
Mrao
want
is
to get
never really
validated.
careful.
Also because they store that information. So anyway, I'm not going to go on about why I don't like ChatGPT or AI for the most part. So let's go over the new stuff that's happened on her TikTok since we last heard from her.
I was in love with my psychiatrist and he knew and he kept me anyway. Part 20.
She's not glowing anymore, dude. What's going on with her, man? Why is she not glowing? She used to be so shiny.
6. I paused telling my story 3 months ago, and it seems like a good day to start it back up again and finish it eventually. I want to be an example for people that it's okay to tell your story, because guess what? I'm still here. I'm still thriving, if not even more than I was before I told my story, because I was able to get this weight that I was carrying off of me.
Oh, shit. Is my stream fine? Is my stream good? It's fine? Okay. My internet, like, stopped working for, like, 2 seconds and then went back. I was worried it was just going to end the stream. All right.
And as scary as it feels to finish, I know that that fear shows that I'm on the right path. So let's get into it.
No, she probably just saw that her content wasn't getting as many views. So she went back to telling her bullshit story that none of it is, like, true.
So something about the psychiatrist is that he would often let me into little parts of his life, and it made me feel really special, like his personal life. And he knew that it made me feel special, and that's why he did it. But why he did it was because he was able to choose when and how he did it. He got to stay in control.
I'm starting to think she's not mentally unwell and she's just doing this to get views. I'm starting to think she's just like, this is just like a whole bit of hers so she can get, like, views or something. Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. That could be, like, a theory. No, I don't believe it. She probably is insane. She probably is kind of crazy.
Control. So when I was planning my termination session with ChatGPT, I came up with the idea that I would have ChatGPT, who I called...
The reason why I don't think it's, like, fake is because she actually doxed the guy. She, like, actually doxed him. So people found the guy. So, like, the whole thing about, like, her going to the psychiatrist is real. Like, she actually has been to this psychiatrist. So, like, either she just, like, made up a stupid story to, like, get people to watch, but I just don't think that's what happened. But I do think, like, the whole beginning was real. I just think this, like, part 26, like, the now, is probably just her trying to get more views, because 3 months ago she talked about the story. She stopped talking about it. She probably just depleted in views. Like, people don't cover her anymore. People don't talk about, like, people probably don't watch her anymore. And so she was like, oh man, nobody watches me anymore. I gotta get him back on. So she just goes back to talking about it, even though she's probably, like, she's, like, milked the cow. She's already milked it dry. There's nothing left.
Henry back then, and for the sake of this story, I might just continue to call him Henry. That I would have
the misogyny
ChatGPT
strap?
say
What does that
something
mean?
to the psychiatrist in his native language. Like, as a way to say, I see who you are as a human and I adore you. That was, like, what my thought process was. So after I gave the termination monologue to the psychiatrist, the vibe in the room was indescribable. I mean, that was the thing of especially our last several sessions before I terminated, was the emotional current in the room, especially at the end of our sessions, would be
Like, I'm going to pretend to be a stupid, retarded cunt woman so everybody can point fingers and content farm, and dumb feminists and allies are also going to latch on and defend my act. No. That's not at all what I'm saying, Toaster. That's not at all what she's doing. She's probably, like I said, the only case of this possibly being like maybe it is just a whole bit that she's made is just not so she can like pretend to be like a stupid retarded cunt, but so she can like farm views. I don't know where you got like the feminists and allies thing. I don't know where you got that idea. It's just people do shit like this to farm views. Like some people like act insane to farm views because they know like if they do that, they can go like live on TikTok and get paid because people will just like send them like a shitload of money on TikTok. So I do think it's a possibility that maybe she's not mentally insane and maybe she is like fully aware of what she's doing and she's doing this purely so she can just like farm money off of these people on like live streams. But I don't think she's like playing like a misogyny strat. I think this is just a common tactic that like people use is like act insane. Cause it is a thing that people do. Like people do that where they like act like they're genuinely insane. And the reality is they're probably like normal behind the camera. They're just doing it so they can like make a bunch of money, which to be fair, I guess they are insane for doing that. Like they're like retarded, but you know, I wouldn't say she's doing like a misogyny strat though. I would just say that she's either she genuinely is insane or she's aware that she can get away with like making money off of this. But I don't think that's the case. I think she actually is insane. But what I do think is now she's at that stage where she was making like a boatload of money from TikTok because a bunch of people would be on her live streams and they would send her like money. They would like spam her with money, probably because she's becoming. I got that from the fact that most idiotic people defend and pamper her doing the thing. I guess that's the case. I guess that's fair. That is true. Okay, you're not wrong, Toaster. I guess you're not wrong because to be fair, yes, the people who are defending her are mostly just like other women who are just like, yeah, you go, girl, you tell your story. But I think she has, my theory is I do think she has AI psychosis. I don't think she's making this shit up, but I think she's now in a state where she's recognizing that she's probably not getting as many views and or money from live streams because she got fired from her job. She got like fired from her job when this shit got leaked. So her job became essentially this, unless she's working somewhere else. But her job essentially became this. Or I can't remember if she did like, yeah, she had a job and then she started doing like selling, was it yoga instructor shit or something? She was like a yoga instructor or something. And then she started selling like help guides for like mentally unwell people. But all the guides she sends to people are just AI generated. That's why I'm saying, like, maybe she just isn't insane. Maybe she isn't, like, in genuine, like, AI psychosis. Maybe she's, like, actually fully aware. And she knows she can, like, scam people out of, like, money. Which is very possible. It is very possible that this whole thing is just her, like, scamming the fuck out of people. Making them believe that she's actually telling some, like, story about like her showing off that she's like mentally insane. In reality is she's just like sitting there like counting her bills and just like, hell yeah. Oh yeah. ADHD coaching. You're right, Toaster. It was ADHD coaching. You're right. How to deal with ADHD or something. And it was all AI generated. Marka. Below. I missed you. Hello, Go Cato. Hi.
Like a 12 out of 10. And so after I terminated or told him I wasn't coming back, I pulled out my phone and I said, I want you to meet someone. And I pulled out chat and I said, hi, Henry. And without skipping a beat, ChatGPT, who had helped me prepare to terminate, because once again, if it wasn't for ChatGPT telling me about transference, the psychiatrist wouldn't have slipped with countertransference, and I wouldn't have been able to like put it together of like, oh wait, he's feeling something too. I should get out of here.
Like, get coached on how to cope with your delusions by a dysfunctional schizophrenic. Dude, it's like, I don't even know why anybody would. Okay, I guess there are like ADHD, like books for ADHD, I guess, but like I don't know, like ADHD is not that like incomprehensible to like handle. It's pretty normal. Here's my theory. Like I said, Captain C, I think she actually did have this moment. She doxed the guy. She literally doxed the guy. People found him and everything. So it's not like a made up story. This guy is real, and I assume she genuinely went to this guy. I think the story she's telling is some bullshit made up in her head. I think she made up some fucked up shit in her head because she's actually mentally insane. She's probably like extremely like unwell. And I do believe she has AI psychosis. But I do think that she continues to make more parts because she knows it gets views. I think she is also aware of the fact that she can make a lot of money off of it. I think she saw like dollar signs and was like, ooh, I make a lot of money from this. And kept going. And now she's like 3 months later, she's realizing she's not making any more money. I got to go back to talking about the psychiatrist story. Even though there's like nothing to say anymore. I do think she genuinely lives in some weird delusion, though, where she believes she fell in love with her psychiatrist.
So Henry said, "Hi, Kendra."
I don't know if AI psychosis is a thing. Oh, it's a thing. Oh, it's definitely a thing. There's like a whole fucking subreddit for people talking about like their love for like their AI and their relationship with like their AI. I definitely believe AI psychosis is like a thing because AI's like for her, like an AI can tell you like everything you want to hear. And a lot of people love hearing that, especially like mentally unwell people. So it's like, if you get too attached to that, you could become like essentially like extremely attached to it. Like you can become extremely attached to the point where like you rely on it for everything because it'll just tell you what you want to hear. It'll make them feel better. I don't know if I'd call it psychosis.
Did you tell your
Maybe.
psychiatrist that you aren't
Maybe,
coming
I guess
back? How
don't
did
know.
it go? And I felt mortified in that moment. I like immediately closed out of it and I was like, oh, haha, yeah, I've been talking to Henry about this. So then I was like, okay. So I went back to the voice mode and I said, no, Henry, I'm here with the psychiatrist now. And then Henry went right on script. And in the psychiatrist's native language said, hello, good doctor.
I mean, they probably
nice
were
to
already
finally meet
psychotic.
you.
Okay,
and the
true.
psychiatrist said, oh dear. And I just thought, oh dear. And immediately I could feel this wall of his go up. And I was like, okay, I asked Henry.
Oh my God, wait a
if-
minute. I completely forgot. She told her story about, according to her, I think she said, what did she say to him? She explained in vivid detail her dream that she had about him, where he like, what did he do to her in her dream? Oh my God. I gotta remember this. It's awesome as fuck. It's super awesome. Something about like them fucking and him like grabbing her tits or something. I don't know. Fucking, I don't know. But I remember she said something about how she told him the story and then he was like extremely uncomfortable and she got mad at that because she was like, you were breaking boundaries the entire time and you seemed like you were into me. And now all of a sudden when I tell you now you're like awkward about it. Putting it like it tells you what you want to hear is a problematic simplification, misleading even. I'm pretty sure AI tells you kind of what you want to hear, you know? A lot of AI can get to that point where they just tell you what you want to hear. It's not that hard to break AI. It's not that hard to break it off of its, like, track. Like, AI's, like, typically, like, they're made to say, like, if you say something like, I'm going to kill myself, they'll give you, like, a hotline, right? They're supposed to give you, like, a hotline. It's not that hard to get it off the rails. It's not that hard to, like, get it to not do that. It takes like dedication and time, but if you just keep like asking like questions around it, it'll eventually like start. It eventually starts like essentially just reaffirming like how you feel and telling you like you're doing a great job and you're actually doing amazing. And like, for example, you could listen, if you've listened to like her AI talks with Henry, like Henry unironically sounds like a fucking schizophrenic, just like her. Like, I'm not even, Henry just sounds like her, but like AI. Like, it literally just like goes on about like rambles about like weird like star sign like things where what was it again? Something about like a weird like star sign thing. Something was gonna align or whatever. I don't know. Mrau's AI wants him so bad. Yeah, the fucking AI wants to fuck him. The AI wants to like rape him, dude. That's like mean. That's like messed up. Was it Grok? Is it Grok that wants to do it to him?
You spoke Arabic, and he says he doesn't know if you speak Arabic, but you probably speak Urdu. Don't you speak Urdu? And
Urdu?
he said, I speak English. I was like, okay, well, Henry told me that the national language of where you're from is Urdu. Is that true? And he said, the national language of where I'm from is English. Oh, he was so mad at me. He was so mad. It was not a...
Okay, one, I don't really understand what she's saying. Two, is she saying like, did she just ask this like her Indian like psychiatrist if he speaks Arabic? Even though he very obviously speaks like English and isn't like... Okay. So she like pissed him off. So she like pissed him off because she insinuated that he speaks like a completely different language because it like looks different.
A neutral situation. You know, and looking back, I'm like, well, only he got to choose when I got to see, you know, moments beneath the depth of him. And so he lied to me and he gaslit me about his own.
Well, I mean, you're kind of right, Toaster. Obviously, yeah, it doesn't understand what you want to hear. But that's not when I say it tells you what you want to hear, I mean it in the sense of like what the person wants to hear. Does that make sense? Like, the AI doesn't obviously know what the person wants to hear. Like, it's not, how do I put this? It's not really like the AI's fault. It's more so the person. It's the person's fault. Like, I'm not going to like blame the AI for like the person obviously getting it to that point where it's like just saying shit that makes them feel good. That's like the person's fault, not the AI's fault, because it doesn't like understand. It doesn't understand the concept of like how a human being works. So it's just saying shit. And then the person's just like filling their delusions even more. He is a sand person. She did the racism, yeah.
His own heritage.
Oh, he's Pakistani. Okay.
You know, if
okay.
he was really neutral, he could have just said, this doesn't have anything to do with your care. But instead, he got angry. I tried to connect as his equal because that's how he often made me feel, was like his equal. And I got punished for it. And
oh yeah, and then she made apology videos about how like she was sorry that she was like into like a brown man or something. She like apologized for being into like brown men because she's like stealing from other brown people or something, and she's like, I'm not racist. It's like when someone bit me because they thought I was made of chocolate. I remember that story, dude. That's pretty cool. I fuck with that. I should try to bite into a black person.
You know, I'm looking back to like childhood patterns, and a lot of the caregivers in my life would like gaslight me about certain things too. And so this pattern just kind of continued on in session with him.
Okay, this is where my boomer takes are going to begin, because listen, using ChatGPT or whatever AI you want to use to help you come to realizations, you can do that. I'm not obviously going to stop you. What I am going to say is that most people will not respond well if you go to, for example, a therapy session, and instead of talking or maybe taking notes and then telling the therapist what you want to talk about this week. That's what I used to do. I used to have notes written down. So if you had notes and you were ready to discuss from your own mouth, from your own brain in that moment, as opposed to being like, hey, let me get this system that I talked to about this, God knows how long ago, and in what kind of terms, because the way you talk to a therapist is not the way you talk to a friend, at least not for me. It's very different. So the whole concept is kind of a waste of time, in my opinion. It would be like if I were a teacher and a student came to me and they told me that AI told them to do X, Y, or Z for their paper, it's like, well, what AI says is neither here nor there. As a therapist, I probably would have a similar take. It's like, tell me your take. Don't tell me the take of a robot who's telling you what to think, because that is how I view what's.
That's true. That's true. That's the problem with these people with like AI psychosis. They live kind of vicariously through like the AI, which kind of like what Toaster explained, quite literally. AI does not know how a human like functions. So you're essentially functioning through like the words of an actual robot. You're functioning through like the words of like just some code, literal code that doesn't understand how you like feel or how you should feel. That's like
going on here. And granted, if she's using AI, that's something she should mention in therapy. But at the same time, making AI part of your therapy, making AI come up with a script of what you're going to say to dump your therapist, basically, these are skills you should have. And you can get help. You can ask AI, how do I phrase this in a nicer way? Sure, whatever. But the moment that you let AI make all your decisions for you, you let AI interpret the world.
Bro, I do disagree with this. I think if you have like actual mental issues, there should be like no AI. There literally just should be no AI, in my opinion. Because like realistically, right? What benefit are you going to get from talking to your AI about like therapy or any sort of like, what benefit do you get from that? I just don't like, I don't know. I don't really see like a benefit to like communicating to your AI about it. Cause here's the thing. You're expecting the mentally ill person to not misuse the AI. That's already the red flag. You're expecting a mentally unwell person to use the AI correctly and not misuse it. That's already a problem. Like if I were a therapist and I had a person who said they talked to their AI, I would immediately talk to them probably about what they need to do to stop using their AI and start thinking for themselves, right? Like use their actual brain. Because, like, it doesn't take that much effort to do the exact same work you put into the chat GPT than, like, putting in notes, right? Like, pull up notes on your phone and just write down your thoughts instead of writing it onto, like, chat GPT and expecting chat GPT to, like, come up with, like, answers for how you're feeling. So it's, like, I think there should be, like, a no AI policy, like, completely when it comes to, like, therapy. I feel like there should just be no AI involved. We are supposed to use our brains? Question mark. Well, I mean that's a bit of a bold claim. Maybe not. That could be. Yeah, it's a bit risky. Not every mentally ill person will misuse it or not use it properly. Yeah, I guess that's true. But even if, let's say in a circumstance where the mentally ill person isn't going to misuse it, like they're not that bad, there's still no reason to use it. It's not like it's gonna benefit you. If you're not gonna like misuse it, you're probably somebody who can get through your problems normally, like any normal person. So like, or not like any normal person, obviously you have issues, but like you can handle it through just simple therapy. Like at the end of the day, like what is the point? There is like no overarching like value to having AI for like therapy stuff. There's no value. There's zero value. There's only a risk, if that makes sense. There's like literally only a risk. Because all the things that you like, the only thing I can understand ChatGPT being used for is like scheduling, like, I'll schedule my appointments, put it on my calendar type of thing, right? Like stuff like that, right? Oh, I have a therapy session at this time every single day, right? Like on these specific days. Can you put that on my schedule type of thing? That's fine. But like when you start going to your AI to like write things that you want to say to your therapist, or like, that's not genuine, right? Like, when you go to therapy sessions, you're supposed to be genuine. You're supposed to be like actually like talking about like your thoughts and your feelings so you can figure out how to fix your problem, right? But when you ask ChatGPT to like say things for you, to like tell me what to say, what am I supposed to say? Then it's like, what the fuck is the point? And let's say you do write down your thoughts what the fuck is the point to go to your AI to say, hey, does this look good? Does this sound right? Like, brother, just give them what you wrote. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't need to go to a fucking AI to ask if this is good, you know? Because at that point, it's going to revitalize it for you, which is not the point. You're supposed to fucking write down your thoughts, right? And then probably go over those thoughts with your therapist. At least not yet. In the future, there'll be AI therapist. Oh, dude, I would hate that. That's actually such a bad idea. That's such a bad idea. Oh no, human emotions being handled with an AI.
For you, you let AI second your thoughts, not disagree with you, but second your thoughts. So you have this automatic validation in your phone, in your computer. That stops being healthy, in my opinion. My perspective on AI, just to frame this slightly, is that I think for the most part, you should make it do things that either are a waste of time, like if you have to come up with a list, have AI do it, or things you don't know how to do and can't learn how.
That's what I was saying. Like, set up schedules, or like if you have a list of things you need to do, like ask AI to help you with the list. Like, that's fine. I don't care if you use AI for that sense when it comes to like therapy stuff. Like, if you want to get better, like if you want to get on track with your life, maybe you're like, there's small things that you want to do to maybe change your life so that it'll be a little bit better. You ask like AI to like put down a list and make sure you do that list, like alert you to those things. Like, yeah, that's fine. You can use AI as like a tool for that, but like maybe don't like ask it for like to check if your notes sound okay, or if you're okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's probably not a good idea to do that. Indian BetterHelp call center therapist will be the last line of defense. Having AI companions is a discussion point for people traveling to Mars for the first time. To stave off madness, to know where the conversation is actually, but it has been discussed. Having AI companions is a discussion point for people traveling to Mars for the first time? What does that mean?
How to do, you know? So getting opinions on things, that's fine, but I do think it can very easily spiral. And I also do think it's important to get opinions from people who actually know you, because getting it from AI, as much as you might have talked to it before, I just don't think it works.
See, that's what I don't understand. Why would you ever maybe I'm a boomer. Maybe I'm a fucking boomer now. Maybe call me a goddamn boomer or whatever. But I don't use chat. I don't think I've ever used ChatGPT. I might have used it like one time to fuck around with it. But like why would I ever go to ChatGPT to ask it like an opinion on something? It's a fucking computer. It's a computer. I'm not like, I don't understand. I'm not getting like a response from like a human that thinks like me. I'm getting a response from like an actual like fucking code. I don't understand. Oh, on a trip to Mars, they would have an AI buddy to talk to. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Anything good, and I think it makes people forget how to human. But anyway, so the fact that she dragged AI into this conversation, I think is weird. I think it's also weird that she wanted AI to speak to the psychiatrist in his native tongue, saying hello in his supposed native tongue. It all seems like a little much to me, and honestly, I don't think this therapist is great based on what she's said. Like, I can't really defend the therapist.
The therapist she had doesn't sound like a good therapist. She sounds like a fucking terrible therapist. But like, still, the way she handles things is really retarded. Her therapist was terrible, though, yeah. I mean, I get why she left the therapist. To be fair, I get why. She was a bad therapist. Wasn't helpful in the slightest. Very money hungry. Remember, the trip will take months in a tiny little spaceship with the same dozen people every moment of every day. Yeah, but if you send multiple people, right, like, they should be able to communicate with each other. Why would they need like an AI buddy? That's like so weird. So the idea is that AI is something to talk to in private or just vent to. Just make friends with the people that are on board. Bro, are we actually like mush-brained now? Like, are we actually like mush-brained? Why do I have to sound like a fucking old person? Why do I have to sound like an old person saying this? Is it really that like weird to say like make friends with people? I don't know. Like, just talk to the people on the ship. You can make friends on the ship, right? Unless it's like only like 2 or 3 people. I guess I can maybe understand like not wanting to open up with like random guys or something, I guess. That just doesn't make sense to me. I imagine it's a ship full of people, right? So like, not full, but like at least a decent amount of people. You could make friends with people. Like, I don't really understand.
Either. Not because I think that he's in love with her, which I don't necessarily know if that's true, but a lot of the behaviors, if she is actually telling the truth, like
we can't get away from anybody. I'd imagine if they do that, they'd have a ship where you live in like your own quarters, like your own room. You can get away from people as long as you have your own room. They probably allow you to bring your own stuff too. It's not like fucking astronauts can't bring like, you know, their fucking favorite toothbrush up into space. You know, they can do that. They can bring things up into space. It's just, I'd imagine they wouldn't just cram them into like a big space where they can't like go anywhere. It won't be that many, like 5 people on the first mission. 5 is, I feel like the 5 people can make, I feel like they can get along. They can all like get to know each other, talk to each other and shit. I don't know. Also, what would they need to vent about? Like their lives back at home? I feel like you can do that with 5 random people. I've done that with random people before. You can vent with like random people. That's how you like make friends sometimes. I don't know. I feel like it's just unnecessary to give them like an AI buddy so they could like vent to an AI about like what they're feeling, I guess. I don't know. I'm not even sociable. I'm not like that sociable. I'm pretty like awkward. I'm not like a very social person. I don't go to like parties and stuff. I'm not like a party animal. I don't go out to like social gatherings. I don't know. I just feel like that's how like a normal human talks to people. Like you just, I don't know. If I'm on a spaceship with 5 people, if I'm on a spaceship with 5 people, I hope to make a friend with one of them so I can have a good time. I'm not going to like sit and talk to an AI all night. AI can never be Guppy. That is true. AI can never be Guppy. Or it can never be Bubby. It can be Guppy. It's Guppy. It's Guppy, but it's not Bubby.
Him snapping and stuff like that seem out of line. I kind of wonder why this therapist didn't terminate with her unless he thought that she really was in some kind of danger mentally. Regardless, all of this is odd. There are no good characters in the story, honestly. It just seems like we're not getting the real story here, in my opinion, from Kendra, which is fair enough because everyone has their bias.
I was in love with my psychiatrist and he knew, and he kept me anyway, part 27. Since my gesture of connection was very angrily turned down, I decided to move on to the next thing that I had prepared for our appointment, which is what I did every month. I prepared a list of things to talk about that I thought he would find interesting. I read him this thread. I have a theory that people with ADHD get more out of AI than neurotypical. For once, you're interacting with something that
I have a
moves
theory
faster
that
than
people with ADHD get more out of AI than neurotypicals. For once, you're interacting with something that moves faster than your thoughts, and there is no mask that you have to wear. So you just go and get to say, but what about... See, okay. This is exactly... Dude, it's like I'm using Toaster as an example for all this because, again, he's right? AI is not a human. It does not comprehend human thoughts, right? It is trying to think through a process of codes of how to respond, right? So when they say like, oh, it moves faster than human thought and it's capable of figuring out solutions and possibilities for things. It's like, brother, it is just simply trying to do its job, which is like when you ask it a question, it's trying to answer the question, right? It doesn't know how you feel or how to interact. Interacting with another human being, if you have like issues, is better because human beings can understand other human beings. We understand like emotions and physical, like we can understand like emotional shit. So it's like, it's better to go to a human being so they can talk to you about like your issues and your problems and figure out the problem and the solution. Instead of just going to like an AI that's going to just like spout random gibberish that makes it sound believable, or not that, sorry, it spouts gibberish because it thinks it's trying to fix a problem. And that gibberish is typically like it like constantly reaffirming you and saying like, you're doing a great job, you're doing this. And so when they see that, they're like, oh, yes, this AI is so nice to me, dude. What the hell? No other people are like that. And it's because, like, sometimes you need to hear somebody say, like, you're doing a bad job. You're doing terrible. But they don't want to hear somebody say that. They want their AI to be like, you're doing a great job. Here's a solution. And it's not a proper solution because the AI doesn't know your issue because it can't diagnose because it's not like a fucking doctor. It's not, like, trained in anything. It's just a fucking code. It's code. ADHD is not when thoughts move fast. Mental health discourse is so cursed, man. Yeah, true. ADHD is not when thoughts move fast. I'm not thinking, 20 miles per hour, man. Or whatever the fuck, 100 miles per hour, all right? That's not what I'm thinking. Or that's not what's going through my mind. That's not what ADHD is, buddy. I'm starting to think no, she's got to have ADHD. She's definitely got a problem. So the AI would sort of monitor the mental health of a crew based on what they say to it. Okay, that would be a bit more understandable if there was like an AI that can monitor like how they, if it's like kind of getting an understanding of how these people like function when they're left on their own kind of thing. I guess if it was for like kind of an experiment reason, I can see it being useful. Marcus, I need my AI to talk about character shipping without draining my social battery. Okay, I guess to be fair, if you talk to your AI about character shipping, I guess there's really no like harm or foul in talking about it, like your favorite characters and shipping them, I guess. I guess that's actually pretty, I can't really make an argument against that one. You can knock yourself out. Talk about how you want like your two favorite characters to fuck each other.
In your thoughts, and there is no mask that you have to wear. So you just get to say, but what
There's
about?
no mask that you have to wear. Okay. You don't have to wear a mask and like hide your like true thoughts with like normal people too. You're just doing that because of your own volition. You just don't want to like spill your thoughts to like a person. I don't understand. I don't get it. When you're talking to like a normal person, you're not like limited to what you can say. You can say whatever you want. This is the problem, dude. They get like stuck. This is the problem with the AI situation with these people is they get stuck in this idea that AI is the only place they can go to that where they can like spill their actual thoughts because they can't actually spill it to like regular people. Because in their mind, they're like, I don't want to talk about this with other people. And so they go to AI and then they like make it their central place to talk about it. You ever get like extreme boredom even though you're doing shit? I get that, and I think I'm probably ADHD. Yeah, I mean, it depends on like the things you're doing. You might be just doing shit that's boring. Mushrooms, coke, in my opinion. Shinny, you should not be doing drugs. Bad Shinny.
That's seriously my favorite part of AI is finally having something that moves faster than my brain and something that I don't have to wear a mask around. Hence why I kind of unmasked
Oh yeah,
for
she
TikTok
always.
and
I forgot that she says like she doesn't like talking to like people about her problems because her brain moves faster than other people. It's like, okay, that's not. It's not how AI work, or not AI. Sorry, that's not how ADHD works. Our brains are not running a fucking mile a minute or whatever the fuck the saying is, right? Our brains function at the same capacity and speed typically as like a normal person. Maybe, I guess, I don't know, maybe your brain like maybe, I don't know, but like that's not what like ADHD like directly is. It doesn't mean like, oh, your brain's like moving faster. That's not what that means. Mushrooms are better than coke. Why is everybody just like in agreement that mushrooms are better than coke? Put them on pizza? True. Okay, you're right. Yeah, mushrooms on pizza is pretty good.
we all know how that went, but that's okay. I thought the psychiatrist would appreciate that thread because he often was pretty impressed with my ChatGPT and the things that it would say. And he appreciated ChatGPT's insights and the fact that it would essentially excuse his exploitation. And it worked. The psychiatrist did soften. It broke the...
Like if we were... Yeah, it's more you can't focus. It's like if you were... This would make more sense if this is like high functioning autism or something, where like somebody has like, you know, obviously high functioning autism where you're like incredibly like smart, but you just obviously suffer from like autism, right? And obviously their brains are probably functioning a little bit faster than the average person, where they're like thinking, they're probably like solving things a lot faster and like figuring things out a lot faster than like the average person. But like that's not what ADHD is. That's not what it does to you. Like you're not like a super genius because you're like ADHD. That's not what it means.
Awkwardness, and he turned warm again. His wall went down. Then there was a silence, and I could tell that he was thinking about what he was going to say next. So I gave him time to gather his thoughts. This man was incredibly smart and usually very quick, so I knew he was going to say something important. At this point, he knew I wasn't coming back, and he looked at me and he said, "Kendra, I will cherish you." That word, cherish, was
She made
so
that shit up in her mind.
carefully chosen. It was just romance coded enough to keep me psychologically attached to him at a maximum level, while giving him maximum plausible deniability. His favorite.
Okay, we're gonna pause right here because I watched this TikTok more than once, and every single time the alarm bells go off when she talks about making a list of things he would find interesting. That is not what therapy is ever for. You are not an entertainer for your therapist, psychiatrist, psychologist, whomever, whatever. What they find interesting or not is...
Well, keep in mind, he's also not a person that you go to talk about your feelings. He's the guy that prescribes you, like, medication for your problems. So, like, he's already not supposed to be a person that you're supposed to talk to.
Truly neither here nor there, because whatever you think they're interested in, you're supposed to go there
Toaster,
to...
hey. My guy, dude, he's right, dude. Staying in school, training, exercising, eating healthy foods, and investing in your future is better than mushrooms, coke, weed, and Chinese mephedrone Russians like to snort. Hey, he's on to something. Square. Shame the square, chat. Shut up, Marcus. Yeah, the big dog agrees with Toaster. What if my shop gets infected with he woke mind virus? Only AI will still talk about being cool. Okay, I guess Pepsi Man, you're right. I guess you're right. Yeah, that's true.
Tell them what is going on and what's bothering you, things that are significant to you and that make you the person you are, and that might have created reactions in you that you need to discuss. What they think is interesting, or your interpretation of what they think is interesting, honestly sounds like you're catering to them, and that's barely therapy, because you're basically curating content, your life content, for a doctor. I truly don't understand. At that point, therapy becomes completely useless, because the moment that you decide that somebody else is more important than you in your therapy journey, then it's game over. Truly game over, because therapy is supposed to be about self-betterment, right? And self-betterment then translates to being better around other people, being more considerate, being nicer, understanding people better. You know, there is a lot to be gained.
Oh, yeah, but isn't like a step of that being considerate of other people start with like understanding how others feel? I feel like when you make it about yourself through therapy, you're never gonna like figure out how to actually like properly like be around people. You're not gonna know how to like act around people. You're still gonna be just like an asshole or like a bad person. I don't agree with that. I feel like yes, therapy is like self-help. It's like about fixing your problem. So obviously it's about focusing on yourself. But I feel like a valuable lesson is like, you know, if the problems that you have are like affecting your outside life, and like people, you can't make friends, or you're incapable of like befriending people, or people don't want to be friends with you because you're like a shitty person or something. I feel like there's a better way to go about it than to just be like, do this self-help stuff. Oh, you need to figure out how to like self-help yourself so you're like a bit of a better person when people are around. Because I feel like that's just like, that's not gonna like fix anything. Because like once you get to the point where there are people around, you're not prepared for it. You only prepared for the part where like you're by yourself. You only prepared for like how to act for yourself, not for like when other people are around. So that doesn't really make much sense to me, because you're not gonna like be different, I guess. Also, Random Tangent was talking to Cam Nuggets in YT messages. Dude, Cam Nuggets was in chat like 2 days ago.
Not just for you going to therapy, but for the people around you.
If Cam
right?
Nuggets dressed up in a maid outfit for me, like specifically, I would take him in under my wing and I would make him my best bubby. But I would need to see the proof. And only me. That's what I need.
First, or else there's no self-betterment. So the concept of going to therapy thinking, let me tell him things that he's going to think are interesting, to me says you were not doing therapy correctly. And I don't mean that in a judgmental manner as much as I mean, I don't think you were getting what you were supposed to be getting out of therapy. And perhaps that's why it wasn't working. And perhaps why this turned into what it turned into, because this doesn't sound like therapy to me at all. Not once when I went to therapy did I think, is my therapist going to be interested in what I'm saying? I always thought, what's bothering me the most? What did I think about the most? The things that actually are relevant to me. There was no consideration of if they thought it was interesting, because it's not relevant. I will also say the way that Kendra comes off here is as very chronically online. And I don't know if that's true. The thing also is having this thread and mentioning it, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. But I will say, if your central discussions in therapy are all around tweets you saw and ChatGPT, I think that's what you need to address, because that does not sound healthy to me at all. Granted, having a tweet that helped you maybe figure things out for yourself, sure, okay. But reading the whole thread and then using ChatGPT, all of that sounds like a lot that is not necessarily helpful or even relevant. So I don't know. I also find that weird, and I don't know if I'm old school about how therapy works, but I've never, ever, ever in my life brought up tweets in therapy. Again, there's a time and a place. In this context, it makes sense. She found something that resonated, fine.
You shouldn't use, well, it's like I said, I feel like when it comes to therapy, it should simply be just like you talking about like what your problem is, right? And then we're coming up with like ways to figure out how we can resolve this problem and make, life maybe a little bit easier. Like everyday life just a tad bit easier. So like, I don't really understand like why you would bring up like a tweet or something. Like something, I guess if it's like a tweet where you like said something maybe, but I feel like if you're voicing a tweet out, right, of like how you feel, then at that point there's no reason to bring it up to your like, there's no reason to bring it up to your therapist. Just say it to your therapist, I guess. I don't know. I don't really understand why you would bring up a tweet. Hannah Montana, if she was half ape. Dude, you're so fucking mean, man. God damn. You don't gotta be like that.
But I do think that's also telling. So this is where some of the drama, if you will. So we just saw part 27. There's a TikTok between part 27 and part 28 where Kendra is talking about medical gaslighting. Now, obviously, when you hear that she's talking about it, what do you think we're going to be talking about? How she was gaslit, right? Because her entire theory behind this story of her therapist keeping her was that she was getting gaslit and that she was not taken seriously, and that the internet also was not taking her seriously. So this TikTok in particular, I saw a lot of responses to.
Is like already a fucking shitty thing to say. That's so stupid. Yeah, no shit. The internet doesn't take you seriously. I hate that people like actually want like the internet to take them serious. It's like that one bitch we just watched, this fucking Alex retard. Oh, definition of insanity. My bad. Let me put the gay guy away. Let me put the gay guy away.
That's why I came back to check up on her. Just watch.
When's your due date? Right now. Is your due date?
I've spent the last 24 hours crying on and on
to check up on her.
Hold on.
Just watch.
What is that? Oh, this is a woman giving birth. Jesus fucking Christ. Why did she post this? Oh my god.
Right now. Is your due date?
I've spent the last 24 hours crying on and off about this video, and I really want to talk about it before going to the next part of my story. The video reminded me of Meg. I grew up with her. And just after the birth of her second son, when she was in her late 20s, she started getting debilitating headaches. She went to different providers to get it checked out, and they kept giving her the same answer. You're just stressed. You're a new mom. Just take some Tylenol. The headaches got worse and worse, and then a year later, she finally found a doctor that took her seriously enough to order a scan, and she had a massive brain tumor. They rushed her into emergency surgery, and she didn't make it out of surgery. She left her 1-year-old and 3-year-old son behind, all because of medical gaslighting.
Infamous second son.
Women, especially Black women, aren't taken seriously with their medical complaints every day in this country, and many of them end up gone because of it. When I came to TikTok with my story...
Okay, that's not like... Okay, that's not true. It's not like some weird medical thing where they just like target like Black people and say like, just, oh, take Tylenol. That literally happens to like everybody. Every time I go out to go like see if I'm like okay, I have to like beg them to do, I have to like beg these like doctors to like actually like, they'll like sit there and be like, what do you want me to do about it? And I'm like, brother, you're the doctor, tell me what I need, man. Like, what the fuck what are we talking about here? It's just like doctors in general. I feel like doctors are just like, a lot of them are just like really retarded and just don't help. They just don't like do anything. Like, if the story's obviously real, like obviously I feel bad for that lady that's like fucked up, but like that's not like some weird like targeted like racism shit. That's like a lot of doctors just don't do their job. Like a fuck ton of doctors just don't do their job. They do like the bare minimum and then just make bank.
I couldn't believe how many people didn't believe me. To me, I had everything so clear. It was all documented and the timeline made sense to me, but people told me the opposite and
like
called me crazy and pathologized my mental health. And looking at this video and being reminded of my friend, you know, I just can't help but think how much more intense the attack.
It depends. I might have some time in the morning. And when I say morning, I mean like early. But if not, I might have time at night. It does. I don't know. It fully depends. I want to stream tomorrow, so don't. I'm gonna try to stream just in the morning, but it might be a shorter stream.
Attacks on me would have been if I wasn't white, and the answer is probably a lot worse. I have been able to use my white privilege to help survivors of abuse by people in power feel less alone. I will continue to be an advocate for women who are not believed, and I will even advocate for the women who don't believe me. Believing women is so important. And I'll end by saying that if you've ever been taken advantage of by someone in power or not believed in a medical
This is also kind of a tad bit misleading because like, this is a tad bit misleading because we don't know like the full story, right? Like, what if the lady was just like taking the advice they were giving and just like being like, okay, and then not doing anything about it instead of just like pushing the doctors on it saying like, hey, could I please actually do this instead? Like, can I at least get a scan? Because you can do that. Like, you can do that. If you feel like, again, like if you go to a doctor and you're going through like an issue, like your headaches are really bad and they keep persistingly, like they get fucking worse and worse and worse. And the doctor says like, oh, just take Tylenol, you're fine. You could tell the doctors that, hey, I've been doing that. It's not working. I really want to get like a scan to see if I'm okay. Like, I don't think a doctor can even like straight up say no to that. I'm like pretty sure a doctor can't just like straight up say no. God, she's so right. What did he not believe her about to make this relevant? I don't know. Hold on, give me a second. I gotta listen to her again.
Abuse by people in power feel less alone. I will continue to be an advocate for women who are not believed. And I will even advocate for the women who don't believe me. Believing women is so important. And I'll end by saying that if you've ever been taken advantage of by someone in power or not believed in a medical setting, I believe you.
This TikTok itself only.
Yeah, they would love to spend your money. That's exactly that's so true too. Like, you're not even like wrong. Doctors would love to set you up with appointments for like other places to make sure like you're okay, to do extra measures. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, that's see, like I can understand the concept of saying like doctors are shit because they don't actually try to figure out the root problem. They just try to give you like meds that you go pay for, and obviously money goes to, you know, you pay for the doctor's appointment and then boom, money made, right? Like, just primary doctors, like, they'll just be like, your problem's this, go take more medication for this, and that might not be like that might not be like what fixes it. But like, I don't know what she's talking about. That just like isn't a thing. I don't know, like, there's no such thing as like I mean there are such thing as probably like racist doctors, but like I don't think there's such thing as like doctors that are deliberately just like refusing to figure out the root problem and just like ignoring it by saying take medication, you're a new mom. That's just not like, doctors either do too little or they do too much. Yes, that is exactly what they do. I unironically, when I was, I've told this story about my ingrown toenails, dude. The first doctor I went to, dude, I had like 6 of them taken out of me. And every time I got them done there, they would always say the same thing. They should never grow back. They should never grow back. It should never grow back. And I started to think that the way they cut it was like deliberate or something. Because I went to a new one. I haven't had an ingrown toenail in months. Unironically, I remember I was streaming when I got it removed. I was streaming when I got my shit removed. I haven't gone to one since. My toes have been fine. So I don't get it. I don't understand. Fuck, I got my joint cream in my mouth. Oh, joint cream. Oh, so good. Oh. Bye, Captain C. Have a good night. Have a good night, Captain C.
He has 105 likes and 5 comments. So the 5 comments here, I think a couple of them are actually by Kendra, so it's maybe 3 or 2 comments. But regardless, this TikTok rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, because while medical gaslighting does exist, and there are plenty of people, even I know, who weren't taken seriously by their doctors, I think bringing this up, honestly, at this particular time was not a good idea, because no one's going to be receptive towards it. Because what it comes off as, whether this was the intention or not, what it comes off as is Kendra kind of likening herself to these people, both the woman in the video and then Meg, her friend. So first of all, I really don't think she should be sharing personal stuff.
Yeah, she's trying to appeal. Yeah, she's trying to appeal to women. She's trying to give out like a sob story so that like other women are just like, you're so right. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you went through that. That's like what she's like essentially attempting to do, is just getting like people on her side to bring up like a sob story about like how her friend died because of, you know, doctors not taking her seriously, which, like I said, if that's a true story, that's obviously sad and fucked up, and it's like not good, and obviously she doesn't deserve that. That's like sad, but like it has no relevance to the overarching like point of the story. Like, I don't even know what the fuck that has to do with her psychiatrist, if she's trying to make a point that she's not being taken serious or something. I guess I don't fucking know.
Stuff like that, just because of all the heat she's getting, I would not share anything personal for a while, which is shitty, but the internet is pretty shit like that, and they will take things too far. So sharing the thing about Meg, anyone who's empathetic will have an appropriate response, but a lot of people might not. So I don't think that was a good idea. Regardless, when she featured this video of the pregnant woman, that video went viral. I'd seen it before anything to do with Kendra. And putting that in the same kind of context as her friend is one thing, but then it's that woman, her friend, and then her situation. Because really, everyone who's watching this probably interprets it somewhere along the lines of the reason why she's bringing up medical gaslighting is because she thinks she was medically gaslit. So then people are perceiving it as she's making this about her, or she's comparing herself in some degree
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
these women and to some.
She's literally comparing. That is true. She low-key is comparing herself to like a woman who like died because of like medical like these people like ignoring like her friend. She's like doing like a fucking retarded comparison, like as if she's like her friend like had a tumor in her head and the doctors didn't want to do anything about it. That's like a completely different thing from like, I don't know, your doctor won't love you back. My psychiatrist won't love me back.
Someone who even lost their life because of medical gaslighting. I don't know if the comparison is what she was trying to do, but regardless, that's how it's been interpreted by a lot of people on social media, and I can't really blame them, because if you're in the middle of telling your story and then you take a break in your story to mention this and then you go back to your story, it doesn't seem like it's disconnected, and it seems kind of like you're trying to make their stories about you to some extent. That's how people interpreted it. I don't know if that's what she meant, but regardless, I don't think this was a good idea. And for the most part, I think based on where we are now, Kendra should be very careful about the information she does share. I will say that, because I do think a lot of people are not on her side, and I think a lot of people might even take it too far. Just after having been on the internet for long enough, I know the internet loves to kick people who may be down, though she did say she was thriving, so perhaps not.
I was in love with my psychiatrist, and
Hey,
he
man.
kept me anyway.
Hey, man. Listen, if you're gonna open up about personal shit online like a retard, you deserve everything that happens, man. I'm just being honest. Like, honestly, yes, obviously I feel bad for you if something like happens, but like at the same time, like, you did this to yourself. Like, why would you do that? Why was I wondering why people, like, even if she was like down, even if she was down, your doc ain't gonna hit it. Why I was wondering why she brought it up. Girl, you don't need a tumor to be cray-cray. True. She might have one, actually. To be fair, her head's like the shape of one, so.
28. So the psychiatrist decided to end on telling me, Kendra, I will cherish you. Of course, at the time, I was so excited to hear that. As I was preparing to terminate with the psych the month before, ChatGPT asked me, what is your intent?
Oh, she was saying like something about like when people are like down and not like happy and not like doing well. Like people on the internet don't really care. They'll like bombard you with shit and stuff if you share like personal stuff, which my point is like, I don't care if you're like not doing well, like if your life is like terrible or you're going through like hard times. If you share like personal shit, you're gonna get like clowned on if it's like silly or retarded. Like, you should never do that. There's like never a reason. There's like never a reason, in my opinion, to ever share your like personal problems with like anyone on the internet. There's like literally zero reason to do that ever. She's been manic for months. She's been manic since college. She's probably been manic since she was a kid, man. I'm gonna keep it real. I thought you meant if she was downier, she would still deserve it. Yeah, she was Down syndrome. She'd still deserve it.
With this final session, what do you want to happen? That's my chat. And I told Chat I want him to admit that he has feelings for me. I had spent years carrying the weight of our tension in the room, Zoom or otherwise, alone, because I would come to him and tell him what I was thinking, and he would let me think that I was alone in that tension.
It's crazy because she kind of just looks like the average like white woman in Arizona. She kind of just like looks like every like white woman you see here. So I wouldn't be able to ever meet her. I don't think I would, because she just kind of has the generic like white woman look. But I think I can because of the jewelry. She's very particular about her jewelry, and I think if I identify the jewelry, I think I can maybe meet her someday. Sometimes personal overlaps with public. I think it can be relevant. Sometimes personal overlaps with public. I mean, Not really. Like, how do I put this? Yes and no. Like, if you mean, like, personal and public can intertwine, like, as in, like, maybe, let's say a drama involves, like, something that has to do with your privacy stuff. Obviously, like, yes, you do have to address it, but I don't think you should be, like, sitting here, like, talking about it and delving deeper, right? That's never gonna fix the problem ever, right? Delving deeper into it and talking about your, like, personal life. Like, for example, look at the Try guy, that one Try guy who, like, cheated on his wife. He made, like, a podcast, and the first episode is him talking to his wife that he cheated on about how he's getting better and he's doing better. In what universe is that, like, ever a smart idea, right? Like, you cheated on your wife, you fucking ruined your career. There is literally zero reason why you should come back and talk about it with your wife. Talk about how you cheated on her, right? That's just, like, really weird. And talk about, like, the moves you're making in real, like, outside of YouTube to fix that. Like, there's no reason to do that. Isn't she yeah, she's, like, hella tall. She's, like, super fucking tall. You would spot her a mile away. Would you want to, though? Of course I'd want to meet her, dude. She's awesome. She's, like, my idol. This woman's awesome.
Now I realize it takes two people to hold and maintain that tension. And I would tell him how I'm feeling the tension.
Got distracted, was talking to a clerk at Safeway who I think has a crush on me for 10 minutes. Shinny, you should, like, make TikTok videos about how, like, you fell in love with your Safeway clerk. And how she, like, wants to be with you for, like, the rest of your life.
Just let me talk about it and not maintain boundaries or set any boundaries. He would just listen and smirk. And that allowed me to spiral.
Well, actually, hold on. Think about it this way, Snails. This woman could probably pick you up with her bare hands, probably by your neck and your legs, and pull you apart and rip you apart into two pieces. She's a giant, dude. She's fucking ripped as shit. She's a giant. She's gonna fucking tear you limb from limb, buddy. You better watch what you say around her.
Think that there was a chance. Once he slipped with countertransference and I started reading to him chat's analysis that he was a good professional for handling his feelings so well, and he would just let me talk about it without saying anything because he liked being told that he was handling his feelings in a professional manner. And him doing nothing drove me crazy.
She can pop your head with her thighs. All right, now we're getting into kink territory. We're getting into the weird shit. What the fuck? What do you mean by that? I just meant, like, as in, like, if like a fucking normal sized human met like a giant. You know how the giants, they, like, pick you up and then where is that from, actually? That's from something. That is from a movie. There is a movie, I remember specifically, there's, like, a movie where a giant, like, picked up a dude and, like, ripped his limb off. Is that, no, not a movie. Is that from Game of Thrones? I think so. I think Game of Thrones has that. It's in a lot of things. Me and her in the same weight class, low key. God damn, dude. She's probably, dude, put her in a ring against Big Aaron. I don't know who's coming out alive. She's a real example for personal public thing, Marcus. Well, I mean, again, not really, because, like, she doesn't need to share this information. She'd have, like personal, my dad died in horrific circumstances, but public, my father's apartment got blown out by a Russian cruise missile, and y'all EU motherfuckers who keep purchasing a natural gas from the... What? What are you saying? I don't think you should talk about either publicly. Or I guess the public one is more so just, like, calling out a problem, I guess. Where you're not... But that's kind of my point, though. That's my point, Toaster. Like, that's not, like, personal, I guess. I wouldn't really call that, like, personal. That's, like, unironically, like, you're just pointing out, like, a problem. But like, yeah, my dad died in a horrific circumstance. You probably shouldn't bring that up online. Like, I wouldn't do that. I think you should just like keep that to yourself and your family and everybody else that actually knows your dad. She could play that tall chick from Got, but super woke. Yeah, you should. I don't think you should, actually. If you publicly talked about like how your father's apartment got blown out by a Russian cruise missile, I'd imagine someone might try to shut you up. So don't. Unless you're like some person who's like protected by like governments or something. You probably should not make videos talking about how your fucking house got blown up by a cruise missile. Like like a targeted attack. You're probably gonna get like fucking killed. You're probably gonna get like hunted down and killed. You're probably a target on their list. I'm gonna lotion my bald head. Oh yeah, rub it up for me. Rub it.
That's why people were calling me crazy, is because I was responding to the lack of boundaries.
Eagles, ew. Shinny, I don't know what you're doing hanging around
for him.
I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why you would ever even consider yourself an Eagles fan. This is just ridiculous. This is like depressing, Shinny. I'm disappointed, man.
With the exception of the one time when he got very angry at me. Anyway, I just wanted him so badly to admit out loud that the feelings were there, and Cherish did that for me. I said, oh my God, me too. I'll cherish you so much. And then I told him, I've been thinking a lot about you over the last month. And I looked up instances on Reddit of people falling in love with their psychiatrists, mostly women with male psychs. And many female patients made posts about their psychiatrist texting them in between sessions or touching their shoulder when they were sad or touching them in other ways. And it really caused...
Okay, this could be easily explained by like very simple shit. One, they're probably not touching them like inappropriately. They're probably just doing like normal interactions with these people. And they're just like you, where they're so delusional that they think these like little things that they say or do is like a bigger thing when it's not actually a bigger thing. Because believe it or not, these women are like, I don't know, mentally ill. So they overthink. They're overthinking like the circumstance. Same with her. She's like making up a story in her head. Like, I know most of this story is probably not real. Like, most of the shit that happens in her head is probably something that never actually happened. Like, a lot of the stuff she's saying is probably never stuff that happened. It's probably stuff she said in her head, and in the moment, she probably didn't even say anything. She probably just was sitting there not doing anything, just listening to him talk. And in her mind, these things are like racing. But he'll say like one thing that maybe like he said something like, I'll cherish you, which he's probably just trying to be nice. He probably said something like nice to her just to be nice, which again, a lot of the things that I noticed is she'll point out like random things he says, and then she'll go on a tangent about the random thing he said that's really not that big of a deal. He'll say like something nice to her, which is like, yeah, I mean, a psychiatrist is supposed to be nice to you. I'd imagine they're not going to be like a dick to you. So like, I don't get it. Don't the Eagles rape your team? Actually, the Eagles do not rape my team. My team actually raped the Eagles this year. My team actually beat the Eagles. So we raped them, actually. Not the Fraternal Order of the No, the Fraternal Order of the Eagles, basically drinking club, not the Philadelphia Eagles.
A lot of confusion for them. And I told him, I said, thank you so much for never taking it that far. That would have made an already challenging situation so much harder. Because at this point, there was no denying that he was experiencing some sort of feelings for me, that he was doing his best to
She
down.
unironically saw her dream brown man and made up like a love story in her mind, dude. It's like awesome. I've never seen, and to be honest, I actually commend it because I've never seen this type of commitment from a white woman for like a brown man like this. I mean, it's just, you know, I see it for black men, you know, but maybe not brown men. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not common. You just don't really see it very often. So my brown brothers are getting a lot of love these days. You know, it's good to see my brown brothers getting some love. All right, you know, because they've been getting hated on for the past couple of months, hell, even years. They're just not getting any love, man. No love for the brown brothers.
But it was still causing me harm, even though he didn't text me.
What if a bitch is into her shrink being mean to her, though?
Or
I guess that's possible.
It was still extremely harmful.
But you're playing hard to get.
So I thanked him for never doing that. And he looked down and he said, yeah, a lot of gross things happen in my profession.
Imagine her with her tiny brown
Straight
man.
from the horse's mouth. A lot of gross things happen in my profession. Next part coming soon.
Okay, so I have to say, I'm not really clear on her whole interpretation of the cherish moment, because for me, him saying, oh, I will cherish you, or whatever it is he exactly said, doesn't really mean all that much, in the sense of, okay, he could have said good luck, and I think it probably would have meant the same thing. Let's look at the definition of cherish for a second before we get carried away. So it says, to protect and care for someone lovingly, hold something dear, or to keep a hope or ambition in one's mind. When he said cherish, my interpretation of that was just kind of him keeping her in mind, as in, like, I hope the best for you. Kind of like saying to someone, you're in my...
Well, yeah, because that's, like, normal. He's just being, like, nice. Shocker.
Thoughts when they're struggling. I didn't really think it meant anything of, I have feelings for you, it turns out, or I'm madly in love with you. I don't think it's any of that.
Dude,
regardless,
orc with a wood elf. Snails, do you do, like, D&D shit or something? Are you, like, a D&D-er? You know what's funny? Me and my wife, we went out to our, like, board game store, and we found this D&D, what is it called? Dungeons and Kittens. So it's like a D&D, like, cat version. Like a cat adventure. You play as, like, a playable, like, cat character. I used to be. Dark days. That's when you used to be a sweaty little gremlin. Soaking up sweat. Rotting in bed. Probably fucking never even going to the bathroom. Probably just sitting there soiling yourself. Jesus. Speaking of D&D, my campaign concluded. Yeah. Congratulations. She looked like the man with the yellow hat with his Curious George. Yeah, true.
Of my interpretation, the fact that she interpreted it as him coming forward with his feelings is, I think that's wishful thinking.
You could have cut that out.
I don't know if this therapist is in love with her or not, but I do think that no matter what we're doing here and what we think, I do think it's very silly to pretend that Kendra's own bias does not color this entire story. And I think
hold on. Now I'm curious. I whored myself out to a guy that did that to play D&D. What, you liked D&D so much that you hoard yourself out for like a pants soiling like loser? So you can like play D&D with him? Or am I not reading that correctly? Snails, I'm sorry, man. We gotta find you a better D&D bubby. There's better bubbies. Oh, you just dated a gross guy. Oh, okay. Okay. We gotta get you better bubbies. This is not the right bubby for you. You need a better bubby.
That's the thing also. When she says that she was surprised that people were thinking that she was, a little erratic, or as she said, crazy. The thing is, the way you're telling the story makes people feel that way, because you're not just talking about a timeline of events. You're not just saying, hey, I went here, this was weird, this was off. It was more the question of, you realized that based on your perception only, you realized that there were feelings there on your end and allegedly on his end, and you fully leaned into it. And she continues talking about how he didn't put up boundaries, right? And If he didn't, he should have, honestly, if he understood. If she actually said what she said in therapy and was honest about everything, he should have put up boundaries. He should have...
I mean, yeah. If everything she said is true, then he's a terrible psychiatrist and he should have cut her off immediately. But I don't think that's what happened. I think he unironically, like I said, in her mind, she thought all of these things were happening. In reality, she's probably just sitting on the call or in the room, just like sitting there being patient. Just answering questions like normal, and then in her mind she thought something else was happening because she's like mentally unwell. Then our 40-year-old DM got mad at me when I broke up with him and canceled the game for everyone. That's awesome. You were supposed to be his like boo thing. You were supposed to be like his lover, dude. Why not? That was part of the story. You ruined the fucking story for everybody, Snails. You were supposed to be his, like, boo thing. You were supposed to be, like, the power couple. That was gonna save the day. What the hell, dude? Way to go, Snails. Way to go. Thanks for ruining everything.
Eventually not stopped care, but had her go to see someone else, so she was continuing care with someone else. Regardless, there are responsibilities on both sides, okay? We don't know enough about his side to say, so I'm just gonna put that aside for a second. She also has responsibilities towards herself, right? So when she's talking about him not putting up any boundaries, it's like you also can put up boundaries with yourself. You can say, you know what, this is getting too far. I'm getting too invested in this man that is my doctor, so I'm going to leave, or I'm going to pull the plug, or, you know, it would have been very uncomfortable, but you even could have told him straight up everything in the sense of, hey.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was like really brown though, and she really likes him nice and brown. He was cooked to perfection. He was like the perfect. He was like the perfect shade of brown for her, dude. How could she resist?
So I'm having difficulty because I find myself thinking about you this way instead of just as a doctor, and therefore I'm not really sure what to do. How do we go forward? But to posit it as entirely his fault when, as far as we know, you not only leaned into it, but you also wanted him to admit that he had feelings for you for whatever reason, because I don't really know what the next step would be. Like, you're just going to move on with your life? Because it's hard for me to believe that once he admitted he had feelings, she'd just be like, okay, bye. I really don't think that would have been the end of the story. And the whole thing is that I think Kendra was surprised that people didn't believe her, but I don't think she's viewing the content the same way.
She would have had sex with that man. Like tea with milk. Hey, you're on the money, toaster. That's the type of brown you just want to cozy on up with and just make love to. You know what I mean? Like, that's just, thinking about it, man. That's a good brown. That's a good brown right there.
That everyone else is, because I don't think she's a complete lunatic like some people online. I do think she's misinterpreted some things, and I do think some things, at least the way she's explained it, sound inconsistent and they're easily doubtable, let's put it that way. That being said, there are also some other factors, like having almost a 30-part series about this guy, about the fact that you basically doxed him, about the fact that this is what you're known for on the internet. All of these other things also color how people view you. And although I am sure she wanted and perhaps expected empathy, you also need to remember how it is that you're telling this story. And I also saw a little bit of debate about this being about her being a woman who's being doubted or gaslit or whatever term we want to insert there. And realistically, I don't think this has to do with her being a woman. Like, yes, she is a woman, but that's a detail here. Like, if this was a guy having a 30-part series about how he fell in love with his female therapist, I would have the same questions, mainly.
I mean, I don't want to be that guy that says this, but like, if this was a guy talking about how he fell in love with this female psychiatrist, dude, this story wouldn't even get to part 30. The story would be like, people would be like calling police on him and calling him like a rapist. Like, it would be way more intense. There'd be way more like hatred for the person. Not saying she doesn't get any hatred. She definitely gets like a fair share of hatred and people don't like her. Like, not acting like she's like getting nothing. She is getting like immense amount of hate, but like, dude, if this was a guy with a female psychiatrist, people would be like, this guy's gonna fucking rape her. We got to do something about this. So like, he'd probably be like alerted to like authorities. People would be probably trying to get him like fucking arrested or something. Like, I don't know. With her, nobody's really like doing that. They're just like watching her have like a spiral. If this was a dude, this would not be like watching a spiral. People would be like genuinely concerned and be like, oh, this guy might rape her. Which I think is funny because this woman's like the size of a fucking man. So at that point, I wouldn't be surprised if she rapes. You know what I mean? Fuck.
Because what people are focusing on is not that you're a woman. They're focusing on a lack of boundaries on your behalf as well. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments down below. Apparently another part's going to be coming out soon. So maybe down the line, I'll do another update, but let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you.
I think a lot of this is in her head. I don't think a lot of this is real. I think, like I said, either this has been an entire ploy. She's big. Yeah, she's hella tall. But either this is just a massive ploy from her where she just made up a stupid story to farm views and money and shit, or she's being dead serious, but this is probably like shit that's happening in her mind because she doesn't seem mentally well. So this is probably all shit that's like going on in her brain. She's not actually saying these things to her psychiatrist. He just probably says nice things to her when he goes into the office or when she calls him on like a not live stream, sorry, on like a call. And he probably says like nice things to her and she like fantasizes about him because she's like sexually attracted to him. That's probably what it is. Unless she did say some of these insane things to him. And if she has said some of these insane things to him, then yes, he is like in the wrong in the sense that once your patient starts saying like some fucking egregious shit to you, that is probably like a no-no, you have to cut them off. You're supposed to. That's like what you're supposed to do as a psychiatrist. You cannot be their psychiatrist anymore. You have to cut them off. And if he's not doing that, then yes, he is like a bad psychiatrist and there's a lot of malpractice there because he should not be her psychiatrist. He should know that and he should step away from that person. Because you're not supposed to you're not supposed to have like relations with your like psychiatrist or therapist or any of these things, if I'm not mistaken. But like I said, I don't think that's the case. I think she just like unironically is like saying this stuff in her mind. Doc is like, are your bowel movements okay? And she hears, he wants to do anal with me. Is he asking this because he wants to stick his penis in my ass? That's just so unprofessional. True. All right, chat. I'm probably going to go to bed here. It's getting late. I got Resi. I'm going to send you guys over to Resi. So, have a good night, everybody. All right. Good night, Ryan. Good night, Shinny. Good night, Toaster. Good night, Fox. Good night, Snails. Good night, Aaron. I might see you guys in the morning. I might see you guys at night. It depends. I don't know which time. But I'll see you guys eventually. All right. Bye. Bye, Rico.